In a world of remakes and remasters,
Are we playing for
what was once sacred and cool has now soured and become lame.
Red?
Gone are the days of Pops and Cowabunga. Now is the reign of slurp juice and dabs. Kids these days don't even know how bad they've got it. Now it's up to the best generation to rise to the occasion and make a show that dares to go where a lot of other nerdy shows have already gone quite a bit. That's right. They're going to talk about it a lot.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. This is Best Gen, where nerds complain about nerdy things, and it's called Best Gen because all of us on the panel are mas o menos from the same generation, and it happens to be the best one out of all the possible generations you could be from. Is it because we're better than you? No, but our movies and entertainment certainly were, so strap on in and prepare to wax nostalgic as we reminisce upon the days of yore while simultaneously complaining about the utter filth that Hollywood keeps churning out of its sludge pipes on a daily basis. How's everybody doing tonight?
Well said. Doing well.
Yeah. Good. Well, that's the show. We'll see you next time.
There isn't much to talk about this week, I guess. So.
No, for real. And I'm not even afraid of jinxing it. It's going to be a short show tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Well, careful.
We've got a show for you.
Watch.
We were going to talk about Pendragon Cycle, but Jared, who was promising a good fight, said he couldn't show up, and David has got family stuff too. So it's just us. We only have one episode of Fallout to discuss, and some news.
Yep. Did Jared say that he didn't like Pendragon? Why would there be a fight?
Yeah. Jared thought the acting was bad, and it was super cringy, and I don't understand that. I just rewatched the first episode too, and showed it to James, our other brother. There's lots of them. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He loved it. He's like, "This is fantastic." So,
Awesome.
and I was like searching. I was like, "Okay, which performances?" Again, no Pendragon spoilers, but I was like, "Okay." Jared thought that the acting was bad. I was paying attention. I'm like, which of these performances is he saying is bad? There are two performances that are okay, that I wish were stronger, but I would never call them bad. Like, I'm so confused, genuinely confused.
Yeah.
As to why Jared didn't like the show. Now, I do have criticisms. I have some pretty big complaints with the show, but mostly enjoyed it. So looking forward to going full spoilers next week. It'll still be 1 week early for you guys, but we will give... yeah.
Isn't it coming out? I need to restart my computer, I think. But isn't it coming out this next week? 22nd?
I had the schedule pulled up, and now I don't. No, it's not... Hold up.
I can't
double check.
That's why. It's...
Unless it changed, it's coming out the 22nd. Yeah.
And what's the 22nd? 22nd is only...
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, it'll be out next week.
Today's the 17th. How did I
Correct.
lose
Yeah.
a whole week? Hold on. Oh, okay. You're right. No, you're right. Because we were going to do Pendragon. We did do Pendragon last
Correct. Yep.
2
we
weeks
did
ago. We talked
about
about
this much of Pendragon last week.
What the crap? I feel like I just lost a whole week. Oh right, yeah, okay. Because the Bone Temple, I was behind. I was behind on the schedule. Bone Temple came out this week, but I'm not seeing it till next week, and so I thought,
Yeah.
oh, I scooted it down
Makes sense.
because I'm not going to see it till Tuesday, right?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that means Animal Control started too. Although they released the first episode of season 4 like a month ago
Oh yeah.
on the internet, even though it airs this week.
Weird.
But they were just kind of, it was like a teasing, I haven't watched it yet, but I liked season 3 a lot. I like Animal Control. It's gotten progressively better with each season. It's no Citizen.
I gotta come give
It's
that
no
a try
Citizen
again.
Kane of comedy, but it's enjoyable. Where's Mark Clark? Yeah, that's a great question. We got Josh asking where.
So I'm going to be messing with my headphones for a minute because
Yeah.
when I connect to my headphones, for some reason I can't hear you. So don't mind
Okay.
me for a minute.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Joshua in the chat is asking about our inaugural our inaugural channel member, our Primus channel membress, Mark Clark, who's an awesome guy. And if you want to be as cool as Mark Clark, well, first off, you can show up to the live streams. No, I'm just kidding. He's here every week. But if you want to become a channel member, it's 99 cents. I made it as cheap as physically possible. You get access to early release videos. You get access to members-only exclusive videos. Some songs I've written that won't be fully released for at least another year. And you get access to little emojis in the chat. So that's a big plus. I'd say that's probably the best part of it. And most importantly, you get to sleep at night, knowing that my kids will not go to bed without supper. So become a channel member. It's super fun.
I misbehave.
Although I don't know if the $1 a month is really making a difference to your kids.
Well, they will get a grain of rice each for every channel member. So
Nice.
it's not even $1. It's 99 cents. Don't round up. That's how they get you. That's how they get you, Charles. If it says $1.99 in your head, you're thinking, oh,
You're right.
this
You're
is
right.
only $1.
It's been a while since I looked at it.
Because I'm Charles and I'm a big dum-dum. This only costs $1. Actually, you did the opposite of that. You rounded up, so you were doing what you should be doing when you
Is it
shop.
$0.99? If it's $0.99 or $1.99.
Yeah.
It's 99 cents.
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
I,
okay. That's what I thought.
I realized I was trying to tease you, but you were doing the exact opposite of what I was teasing you of doing.
Alan will tease you for something that you did not actually do. He'll
Yeah,
tease
he
you
will.
about being dum-dum by being a dum-dum.
He will. That's his stick.
Well, yeah, we've got Fallout and we've got news. Should we start with some news? Oh, we got True Story in the chat too. Let's go. How's everybody doing? We're doing good. I just played some D&D. It was fun.
Yeah. Nice. That's always a good time. It's been a while since I've played that.
Okay, news? We doing some news?
Yeah, let's do news.
Okay, so I guess the big news is Kathleen Kennedy. She's out. Not everyone. A lot of people are saying she was fired, but that's not. She's stepping down. Whether that means she was forced out or is leaving on her own accord. But Kathleen Kennedy is leaving Star Wars, although it's not an immediate leave. She still counts as a producer for the Grogu movie and for the Starfighter movie with not Channing Tatum, with the Notebook actor that everyone thinks is really hot because he's attractive. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's attractive.
Still can't hear Bearded.
Wait. You're talking about
It's
the
not
guy
Jake
from
Gyllenhaal. It's
Blade Runner?
the sequel. Yeah, the Blade Runner sequel. The
Yeah,
Notebook,
this guy. I love that guy. He's awesome.
the
Ken?
other
Ken from Barbie?
Ken. Yeah. Why can't I think of his name? I've been getting more. I can tell I'm aging. This happens
Ryan
more and
Gosling.
more often on stream Like my brain is not what it used to be. I would have been able to tell you his name in a second. And I get these brain farts on stream all the time now where I forget people's names.
No, I'm still really impressed that you can remember how many actors and actresses as you already do.
Ryan Gosling,
That's
there you go.
impressive. See? Ryan Gosling.
5 years ago, I wouldn't have forgotten his name. But my brain is not what it used to be.
You're barely that old. You're 30 something.
Don't matter. Damage is done. Can't be undone, in my opinion. Oh, yeah. No. Star Wars, yeah. I thought you were talking about Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, her leaving Star Wars is not going to save
Are you
it.
talking about my brain? I'll never recover from forgetting an actor's name. It's Alzheimer's is set in.
I mean,
Fabian, you don't need to rub
mistake.
it in. Okay, look, I know it's not coming back. I did too many drugs in the 80s. Just kidding.
It only takes one mistake to break a streak. So
I had a funny gaffe on stream. I said Al Capone when I was referring to Al Pacino. That's an honest. I wouldn't even call that a mistake. Like if you're thinking of the right person, that they're also very similar actors. Like their performances aren't that far apart from each other, and they're always in the same movies too, and the same types of movies when they're not in movies together. I don't blame anyone for mixing up Al Capone and Al Pacino. Oh, sorry. No, Al Capone. He's the bad guy. He's a real person.
Wait.
Who am I thinking of?
Like?
No, I'm thinking
I
of
have
Al Pacino.
no idea.
Okay. I'm definitely getting old. I'm thinking of Al Pacino, and now I can't remember his name. You know what I'm talking about, though.
I don't. I have no idea.
The guy who's in a bunch of gangster movies too.
The
not Robert Rodriguez. That's the director. Super TDS. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. This is just off to the worst start.
James Cagney?
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Oh boy.
Hold on. So you said Robert De Niro
Okay.
and Al Capone or Al Pacino?
Look, just rewind to like 10 minutes because their names aren't similar. They are similar actors. And for some reason you said Al Capone and I thought Robert De Niro. I was like, yeah, I don't blame you for mixing up. They're already similar. I don't blame, and the fact that they have similar names, just never mind.
You're saying Robert De Niro is similar to Al Pacino?
But didn't okay. I'm saying it's Pacino. Al Pacino and Robert De Niro are very similar actors. They're in similar movies. They give similar performances.
I don't know. They don't look very similar at all, so I don't know.
Joe Pesci looks. It's not Joe Pesci. He looks very different. Okay. I'm saying their acting style and the movies that they're in are like they're basically the same person.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
But throw all that out the window because their names are very different. Okay.
Yeah.
But didn't Al Capone play? No, didn't Al Pacino play Al Capone in like Scarface, or is that a different character? I haven't seen Scarface.
Can you hear me now? There we go.
The iconic film Scarface, yeah, where Pacino played. Oh no. Pacino played Tony Montana.
It doesn't play Al Pacino. Okay, it's a different guy. Okay, I haven't
inspired by. Wait, yeah, inspired by Al Capone, but not.
Okay, so he plays
the actual same person,
Al Capone, but with a different name. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Joe Pesci is in a lot of those same movies too, but he doesn't look anything like Robert De Niro. The point is moot anyway, because I was stupid. We can move past it now. Okay.
It's okay. People have brain farts.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for trying to relate with you. Okay. I'm sorry. I was trying to say it's not that big of a mistake, and then I made a big mistake. Okay. Yeah, they've been in 5 movies together. And I'm just saying their acting style, their delivery in films are very similar. And the filmography that they've been in, when they're not in the same movie together, the movies they choose to make outside it's always like the same movie. They're always in gangster movies, okay? Stop the tangent. I can't hear you. Nope.
No.
Oh, wait. Say it again.
Yeah, you can hear me.
Yeah. Okay. I can't hear you. You just weren't saying anything. Gosh.
Well, I did ask if you could hear me, but you guys were wrapped up in your conversation.
I don't
so.
think. Oh, maybe.
Sorry.
I didn't hear you when you said it, but it could have been because I was distracted, or maybe you were muted still.
It's
Okay.
possible. I had my little
I
yellow
didn't hear
car.
him either.
Yeah.
Okay, joke missed. Oh no! Did you make a joke? Oh, were you saying that that
Joe
Robert
Pesci
De
is
Niro-
Al Pacino.
Oh, or is he saying that that Bigfoot looks like Robert De Niro, so they starred in the same movie together?
That could be.
Maybe that's the joke. It's a oh man, we're off to a rough start. Anyway, Kathleen Kennedy was not fired. She's retiring unless she's being forced to retire, whatever. But the point was, too late, doesn't matter, damage done, can't be undone. Star Wars is already ruined for most people, except simps.
Do you think that Star Wars could come back to being
No.
good? I mean,
Oh,
You don't think
could it come
it
back to
ever-
being good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Will I care about Star Wars? No. I
I
might
will.
enjoy a movie, but unless they come out and say all of this stuff that Disney made has been retconned completely, then I won't care
Yeah.
about the Star Wars universe. I might, if a movie is good, I will enjoy it.
Mhm.
But
Well-
I'm not invested in the
right?
And
You're not.
obviously-
You wouldn't be a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
But you would
Ob-
enjoy the movie.
Obviously, your decision on that is obviously just your decision. I
Yeah.
personally feel like there were a lot of people that were very extremely upset at the prequels, and it's some of them have come around. Some of them are still at least fans of the franchise, even if they're still not fans of those movies. And that's kind of where I land on it, where I'm like, I really did not like this, but I can appreciate some of the things that are there.
There's a
but
big
I'm still a fan of
difference
the
between the
franchise.
prequels, though. The prequels, objectively, not subjectively, objectively, are bad movies. The
prequels or the
are
sequels?
objectively bad movies. That doesn't mean you can't
Okay.
enjoy them. I
Right.
quite enjoy the prequels, even knowing that they're kind of bad movies in their execution. But the world building is still consistent with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not that I made something antithetical to Star Wars. It's just he tried to make it bigger and better, and he's just kind of a bad writer.
Yeah.
And he's really bad with dialogue.
Yeah.
So the
There's
movies
a
are
lot
way
to
too
love from the
long.
movies.
They're way too bloated. If they were trimmed down, if they were tighter, if they had better writers, they'd
Yeah.
be better movies. But they're not franchise destroying. Right? It's not antimatter.
Yeah.
It's not the Disney sequels on purpose.
I don't know about
It is their design to subvert what came before.
Fair enough.
Maybe not all of them,
Right. I
but
would
like
say,
80% are like, hey, we don't like the people who like this, and we're going to make something different.
and I understand where
Like,
you're
you
coming from
can't
with
say that that's not what The Acolyte was.
Yeah, well, you're right, and I'm still focusing more on the movies than the
Sure.
rest of it for
Sure.
that. But because for me, The Force Awakens is still pretty darn good, and the Rise of Skywalker is the worst of them by far. I think Last Jedi is the one that has the most we want to subvert expectations.
Yeah.
Way too hard. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still going to stay a fan of the franchise overall, and I'm totally fine being critical of the things that are not there, or that are not good. But I don't know. I think you were saying before too that the prequels are poorly made films.
But I enjoy them quite a bit.
Well, but we're also
and I know they're
right?
not great.
Yeah. So they're poorly made films, poorly written film, but they mostly fit within the ethos of the Star Wars universe
Right.
pretty well.
And their flaws
Right.
are attributed to incompetence, not malice.
Right. And again, focusing on the sequels one last point on that is I know that with the prequels, there were a lot of people who felt like the the way that George decided to go with the Jedi was very different than the interpretation that you could gather from just the original trilogy in and of itself, because it felt much more like these cool samurais rather than a whole order of very flawed whatever that he started playing around with. So I do think that, like, for people who even more than we did grew up with the original trilogy, I can see where they will criticize and say that the prequels did change the ethos of Star Wars in many ways. But it was still done by one person that was also the person that came up with the original ethos to begin with.
Yeah,
so even where he did change what was it was still
added.
It worked, right? As opposed to, maybe that didn't work as well for the sequels. And that's the thing, though, too, that I would say is the sequels
were an Uno reverse card. It was
exactly.
Hey, you like this? You're dumb.
Movies, and most of the time better dialogue. Not always, but most of the time better dialogue.
Yeah.
But they did just change the universe in just the wrong ways. It's not even that they changed it drastically.
In malicious ways, intentionally malicious. Like, they knew what they were doing.
I'll still say, at least with the movies, definitely not. I don't think it was maliciously intentionally malicious ways for the movies. I think
maybe not at first. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe by the time you get to the last one, but even then,
J.J. Abrams is just an idiot. But yeah, and then
you get into
change hands, and
I was literally
worse and worse and worse. It did get progressively worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. I was just talking with a couple people I know from the ward here about how you guys brought me in originally as some Star Wars guy for the Book of Boba Fett, and that was a rough one to come into.
That was a tough one.
That
was a tough one for you to defend.
Yeah, that was a.
I think a good kind of comparison is honestly Stranger Things. I think majority of the
trying to make this segue for like 10 minutes.
Stranger Things later seasons, like 2 through 4, are bad, but they're not hateful, spit in the fan's face bad. Whereas season 5, honestly,
awful. Atrocious.
People legitimately believe that it was written by AI, and the Duffer Brothers are being sued for it because it is so bad.
Well, because there was, in one of the behind the scenes pictures, they showed the writer's laptop, and he had Chat GPT open. Now, that doesn't mean he was using it to write the script. It means he uses Chat GPT
but I mean,
Chat GPT.
It's also
a
believable. It's a believable.
It kind of feels like it was written by Chat GPT.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's so bad.
But even if it was, that's not ground. There's no legal precedent for like, hey, you used AI to write the show that I liked. I'm suing you for damages. Like what?
Technically, well, no, because it would be.
What are they suing for?
It might be against the guild rules.
Unless like SAG-AFTRA, the writers. Okay. Yeah, it could be the Writers Guild. I'm sorry,
some people
I misspoke. It could be the mafia coming after them.
People also believe that AI is thieving. It's like
okay. Apparently,
which is why they're putting. Why the people are trying to put rules into it is because they're trying to. That's the claim.
But that's not illegal. That has already been legally dismissed. That's not how. That's not what AI does.
It's not. Yeah, I was going to say it's not.
There's no precedent for that. Anyway, the point of the story is apparently Salty Charlie is telling us that the producer of Stranger Things season 5 is also going to be making one of the new Star Wars movies. Probably, I don't know, like the Starfighter. I don't know. Cool. Yeah. I have no hope for Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy leaving Star Wars gives me no new hope. Okay.
It gives me slight new hope. Dave Filoni is one that a lot of people for a long time thought should be in charge of Star Wars, and now there's a lot of people that don't think so.
He's so. I'm not gonna say it.
I also have to say
I was gonna do it in the voice. I don't want to.
I laughed the first time that I heard the actor who plays Jar Jar Binks, Ahmed Best, speaking at Star Wars Celebration. I'm like, oh, he didn't really change his voice much at all for Jar Jar. That's almost his regular voice.
Yeah. Video Game Tech took off during episodes 1 through 3. Yeah, Knights of the Republic and other video games like Jedi Outcast came. Yeah, those are great games.
Yeah.
Knights of the Republic was top-selling game. I didn't know that. I knew it was popular, but I didn't know if it was like a cult classic. But it was bestseller.
It was on first gen Xbox. I thought it was.
I didn't play it when it first came out. So
I thought it was just PC. Anyway.
I thought for sure it was just a PC exclusive, but I didn't play it. I didn't have a console, so I wouldn't know. Stranger Things 3 and 4 are great. Season 1 is best. 2 was meh. I disagree with you on 3. I thought 3 was pretty bad, but 4 is good. Yeah, 1 perfect, 4 great, 2 and 3 mediocre. Season 5 shouldn't exist. Yeah.
I still mostly had fun with most of them.
Stranger Things, yeah.
I say stop at season 4. That's the end. It's actually, I've been thinking about that. I thought it might be fun to rewrite season 5.
Oh, there you go. You know what? Rewrite it with AI like we were doing the other week. Last week.
It'll be better.
And it'll probably be better.
That's the thing. Like I believe, maybe this was written by ChatGPT. I've also seen some of the things that ChatGPT can write, and I think it would have been better. So,
actually,
it's certainly not perfect, but
I don't use AI to write, but I use it to kind of throw some ideas at and be like, hey, what do you think of this? And what are some good ideas that you could offer up? And sometimes it has some really good ideas, but other times it is just nonsense. It's really a coin you got to flip.
So she made a statement on her way out on the low point of her time at Lucas. When did she have a high point?
Yeah, when The Force Awakens came out.
I mean, it made a lot of money.
Well, and again, The Force Awakens was pretty darn good. I get that it has its criticisms and it's not perfect, but I mostly will stand behind the prequels. They're not the prequels.
The only reason it was watchable is because it didn't have to answer any of the questions. But most of the problems, people forget, most of the problems that people had with the next 2 movies are because of what was set up in the first movie. Like, there really is no other logical explanation for why Luke was just gone.
I will actually argue you there a little bit in that where the real problem came in is that they did not have a plan.
That's also part of the problem.
So, but I think that's the biggest problem, because I do think you could make it that Luke is gone because he's looking for some artifact, or you could make him be gone for a dozen different reasons.
Right, but not for that long. That's the problem. So, like, the first movie sets up, hey, Luke has just abandoned us, and we've needed help for several years now, and Luke didn't stop looking for artifact to help us, right? Like, it established Luke is gone, and even this big threat that we clearly need help with is just not enough for him to care about. For me, honestly, with the second movie, there's lots of other things to criticize, but the answer that Luke had cut himself off from the Force because of what had happened. It's like, that actually that is, I can't think of a better explanation as to why he would be missing, right? Why he would intentionally not help out is because he literally did not know.
The other potential prospect I am thinking is that, again, you can do this with a foretold, chosen one sort of thing, where he's going off because he knows he has to wait for a particular time or whatever. You can have him be gone for potentially other reasons, but I agree that him cutting himself off from the Force works. They just didn't do it well. I don't even think that I hate the concepts that they played around with. They didn't do it well.
It has flaws. Yeah. That I'm just saying, but like that, a lot of the things we hate are because of the first one. Okay.
I still think it's because they didn't sit down, because you could keep the first one exactly the same.
Right. Well, because we're saying the same thing because they didn't have. We're saying the same thing because they didn't have a plan. The first movie asked questions and didn't think about the answers, and it turns out those answers are awful.
Well, just the answers that they did come up with were awful.
But I can't think of a better answer. Like, I think any different answer to that question makes Luke look worse.
And again, to the idea of, it's not just the answer that is worse, but the way that they got to the answer, the way that they
can also be criticized. Yes,
I really do think that, like if you were to just take the story of at least the first 2, and break down concepts in there, you could then write a story that flowed and actually made sense. And some people still might not like the way that it treats the idea that Luke decided to step away, but it would at least be much better than what we got, because all you really needed to do was get them to actually be logically enmeshed. I think I've given this example before. The sequel trilogy is bad improv. If you look at The Office, if you look at The Office, there was a few episodes where Michael's trying to go to improv.
Keeps pulling out a gun. Yeah.
He keeps pulling out a gun. And he even technically
He says he can't show me, but he has a gun in his pocket.
Exactly. He technically yes ands. They're like, oh, he's like, I pull out my gun. And they're like, yes, and it's a water gun. And he's like, yes, and I pull out my regular gun. Like technically a yes and, but absolutely not a yes and. And that's what they did. They were like, oh,
they're bad.
You're actually nobody, but actually you're nobody because you're actually this like.
But actually, you're nobody because you're actually somebody.
You're just like, oh my gosh.
That's another thing. Like Ray being no one was actually cool. I was like, oh, that's great. That because the Force is for everyone. Sure,
but
right? Like you don't have to be of noble lilineage to be good, to do good, like
you're absolutely
right.
And
then oh wait, no, but she's a Palpatine.
You're absolutely right. But that's the thing. We already know that you don't have to be a somebody to have the Force because Anakin was a nobody, literally. That's not Anakin was created with the Force. He was a very special somebody. Backwater planet, but you could still play around with.
He was only a nobody because nobody knew that he was a very important somebody.
But again, like the fact that that's an important somebody means that their lineage is going to be important, and I think it would be fine if you had Rey be an actual biological Skywalker instead of what she ended up. Anyway, but you could still play around with this idea of you don't need to be special to have the Force. You could play around with the idea that Finn is the person that has the Force but comes from nothing otherwise. And like you could even shift away from Rey becomes a supporting role and get Finn to be the focus of the like he's the one that really saves, but she's the one that's supporting. You could go so many different ways. And I just hate that they were like, you've got to make her nobody because we have to teach people that anybody can have the Force. Because again, not only my argument about Anakin, which you have some good responses to, but also we've seen the prequels where there were so many Force users that weren't Skywalkers.
Yeah.
So we don't need that re-emphasized or re-brought up. And we're just looking at one little aspect of a series of like maybe over 100, 150 years in the Star Wars galaxy. It's not unreasonable to assume that one family might have an inordinately large influence on that section of time. Now, you get outside of that time, you get outside of doing the trilogies time period, please do get away from the Skywalker. But during that time,
as possible,
the trilogies, make it all about the Skywalkers.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
There's no need to get away from that. It was so unnecessary.
Yeah. I mean, they made so many mistakes, right? The fact that they didn't go with heir to the Empire and whatever. It's bad. I don't care.
Comparing it again to Stranger Things, the beginning of season 5 was good. At least it was entertaining, and yes, the first sequel was a lot of good stuff. I loved the first half of the movie. The second half of the movie was all right. And then after that, they didn't follow through with any of their promises, and the last movie pooped on all their promises. And that's the same thing that season 5 did. It dropped its pants and pooped.
The thing that bugs me the most that Kathleen had said at one point was,
can I read what she said?
Yeah, it's not from
can
this
I freaking read the quote?
Okay, fine.
It's supposed to be a short show.
You jinxed us.
No one knocked on wood.
Okay, no. What's your
do
quote?
This every time.
What'd she say? What was you say your thing so you don't forget it? Because this is on the screen.
The thing that bugs me the most is this was a number of years ago, and kind of like comparing themselves to Marvel. She was like, well, the difference is we don't have source material to go off of.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
And yes, you freaking do. You don't have to be slavishly dedicated to it.
You don't have source material to go off of. She didn't have source material to go off of because her first act as president of Lucasfilms was decanonizing decanonizing all of the source material that she had to go off of.
Which is still fine, because as dumb as
Which
that
was still a choice she could have just gone back on, and it would have changed nothing. So, actually, no, we are going to use it.
And it's not even that, because again, you look at Marvel, and when they adapt their storylines, they're not saying that these movies are in canon with the comics that are going on there. They definitely don't actually line up one-to-one. They're just inspiration from the comics. So if
it's not like the Marvel movies were dedicated to their source material either. Yeah.
These books are no longer canon, but we are going to use them as inspiration to tell the canon stories in the movies.
They didn't,
and you can still completely say those books are not canon.
And on top of all of that, they didn't even need to do the books because George Lucas already had scripts for the next 3 movies, and they threw those out too.
Well, yeah, which from the little bit that I've heard about those, I don't know how. I mean, it would have been better, but I don't know how well those would have gone over though either, because it would continue to go down the midichlorian route, which a lot of people still don't really love. So
it's fine. It's already there, so might as well use it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I feel about Mandalorian when it started trying to pull in some of those M count things. Like, you know what? Fine, it's already there, sure, but we haven't
take midichlorians over Kathleen Kennedy, man.
Yeah.
So how long has Kathleen Kennedy? She joined right before the prequels, right?
She was put in charge
as soon as.
Well, I mean, she's been a producer for a long time.
Disney bought Lucasfilms.
Yeah,
she was put in charge of it.
The other problem with this is that George Lucas did pick her as his successor. He said she's the one that I'm going to choose to do it.
I don't think that was his choice.
Maybe not, but
I said it was his choice, but he didn't say
to me, I do think it is more of a problem with her than anybody else that she didn't say, look, guys, before we do the trilogy, we have to sit down and come up with a plan. And I'm hoping that Filoni might do a little bit better with that, but he is not experienced at that executive level.
Dave Filoni is a hack. Dave Filoni made Mandalorian Season 3 and Ahsoka, and those are worse than the movies.
But he also made Clone Wars and Rebels, which are great.
I disagree. I think they're crap. I think I think Clone Wars is garbage.
I don't love the first half of Clone Wars. You're right.
I've gotten 3 seasons in. I have tried to pick up Clone Wars.
Skip the first 3 seasons.
8 times.
You can do with that. Yeah.
That is the
I'm not
moronic
saying that's a fair argument. I'm not. Yeah.
It's really good once you get past 3 seasons.
3 of 7 seasons. You know.
It's garbage, dude.
The first 3 seasons, absolutely
horrible.
Again, a little stronger than I would say it, but I do not like the first 3 seasons of the Clone Wars. But from there on, and including all of Rebels,
if I was given a Sophie's choice, okay, and they're like, you can save your kids if you watch Clone Wars, I can make new kids. I will never get that time back, though. Okay?
I mean, you would waste more time, though, raising new kids, because these kids are already raised.
But I wouldn't regret that time.
Okay, you got me there. You got me.
And also, technically, Mexican does not negotiate with terrorists.
Man, that's... Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, Kathleen Kennedy said the lows are that you've got a very, very small percentage of the fan base. You mean 90% of it?
I mean, it might even go as low as 80% of it, but yeah.
That has enormous expectations. Yeah.
You're going there.
Yeah.
Only because it's been so that. Oh my goodness, we made something so good. And they just want it to keep being good. Such enormous expectations. Yeah, with great responsibility comes great responsibility. Okay,
that's
okay. With great IP comes great responsibility. It's your fault that you bought a high bar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have something to respond on this next line too.
And basically, they want to continue to see pretty much the same thing. Shut the hell up. No, we want to continue seeing the same level
Quality.
of quality, and we want new stories.
And here's an
This is
example
super tone
that
deaf.
she should really understand, because she's also been the producer on all of the Indiana Jones movies. And Indiana Jones, the first one, was great. Everybody loved it. A lot of people still like the second one, but it breaks from the Indiana Jones formula a little bit. The third one, amazing. Almost everybody loves it. The fourth one really broke from the formula, and that's the reason that it was not liked as much, was because it breaks from the formula. More than anything else about how good or bad it is, it breaks from the formula as an Indiana Jones movie. So the idea of pretty much the same thing. There's a formula that works for Star Wars. What you did was not that, but there's still a lot of wiggle room to play around with, do something different.
But you could have chosen a much better example, okay? Because this is the case whether or not you liked The Force Awakens or not. Even if you loved the movie, the number one criticism, which 100% of people said, even if they liked the movie, was what?
Too similar to the first one.
It's the exact same movie. It's the exact same movie as A New Hope, but shinier.
I still mediate that a little bit. I think that
like beat for beat. Like now, I would argue it does similar things for different reasons, and they were setting up new things, and that but beat for beat, they do the exact same things. It's the same plot as A New Hope.
Here's the thing, and the reason that I don't take that criticism as harshly, even though it's true, I don't see it as big of a problem.
Exactly. That doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. Exactly. Yeah. Like you can take a formula and iterate on it, right? So it doesn't matter if it was a good thing or a bad thing or not. Because even if they liked it, they said, "Hey, I kind of wish it was a different thing."
Yeah, anyway, because again, Phantom Menace was also very much a retread of a lot of the same things that Star Wars: A New Hope did. You got a kid from a desert planet is suddenly thrust into learning to become a Jedi, and then they have a big bad.
But you also spend 40 minutes learning about trade routes. Okay, the Phantom Menace does different things. Okay,
again, but there's a lot of those same beats.
Oh, you mean it's thematically similar? You're talking about theme versus plot. There's a difference.
It's like they rhyme.
It's like it's part of the same series.
Yeah,
and that's what it should be.
And that's what I'm saying when it comes to that criticism about The Force Awakens, because I think that in the same way that you could point to Episode 1 doing the same thing that Episode 4 did, it's fine that Episode 7 does the same thing, because also this is all based on the monomyth, the idea of look at these similarities between all these same heroes.
But see, also, Jared, you're missing that
technically
the
Mexican
reason why we bring
does
this
not
up is
shoot blanks. Sorry. Go ahead.
Her comment is the thing that's
I completely agree,
because she's accusing us of wanting the same thing when that was one of our biggest disagreements. And you can disagree with our complaint, but our complaint was explicitly this is the exact same thing, and we're upset that it's the exact same thing. We want something different.
Except that also was the thing that we liked the best of all of the things that they put out. That was the thing that we liked the best.
Compared for the reasons that it was the same. I liked that movie not for the things that they took from the original movies. Like there were things that I liked, but it could have been completely different.
It was enjoyed in spite of that, but that was everyone's first complaint, dude.
And again, my point being that
they weren't saying, "Oh, I like it so much because it was the same thing." No, they said, "I liked it, but it was kind of the same thing."
Which is fun. And again,
everyone complained about it.
This is where my point comes down, though, is that idea of it being pretty much the same thing is whether we're all completely aware of it or not. And again, there's still a lot of room to wiggle with this, but that's what made us like it as much as we did, even though it was the thing that we criticized the most about it.
That is not the reason why people liked the movie.
I think that's ridiculous. The reason why it worked the best as a Star Wars movie, because it was the most in tune with what is Star Wars. It followed some of the same
be in
formulas.
Tune thematically without ripping off the plot. Like
I agree, but also when you are in,
I'm just saying you're conflating the two things. Like the correlation isn't the causation, right? Like yes, those two things are true, but that doesn't mean that was the cause.
I see what you're saying, but I do think that there's at least a lot more connection between those concepts there.
I disagree. That was literally, I heard it all the time from people who loved the movie. They complained it was too similar.
You're right, and I get that, and I'm saying this though, that in terms of it can be in the same formula and similar without being quite as similar as it was, but that underlying similarity,
okay,
like you're talking about the thematically similar, is what's important. But that often will reflect in, again, not a 100% correlation, but will often reflect in very similar stories, and that's I think what mostly happens.
I disagree, but
you know,
okay. I understand what you're saying, Jared.
You're looking at the monomyth. You're literally basing it off of Joseph Campbell's monomyth concept of like, here we've got this, and we're building this hero's journey that all of these characters are following.
It was the hero's journey.
Heroine.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I think we're talking past each other, but we.
I understand what you're saying, Jared. But
there's small differences in what we're trying to say, but we're very closely.
No, I agree with what you're saying, but I don't agree with your conclusion. Like we've said the same thing. But anyway, yeah. It was a very small percentage of the fan base when it was 80% that stopped watching.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you're not going to do the same thing over and over again, you're just going to disappoint them. And I'm not sure there's anything you can do about that because you can't please everybody. Except that you pleased nobody. Except for Jared.
You can at least
except for Jared. It only worked for him.
Yeah.
Okay, Salty. Salty gave us $1.99. Thank you so. You paid $99 to show us a pile of poop. Thank you so much. That was kindly received. And stormtroopers. It's the stormtroopers that are shooting blanks, not me. That's their only excuse. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Holy cow.
Hey, you got me talking Star Wars.
50 minutes into the stream. We've covered one news article. We're done with Star Wars. Star Wars is done with itself. Okay? Dave Filoni is not your savior.
I'll still be watching. I'll report.
He is a hack. And we're not going to see the ripples of this effect for a long time.
Yeah, for a good
Kathleen
couple
Kennedy still has her claws and everything.
100%.
Everything she set in motion. And Dave Filoni doesn't have balls, so he's not going to change what needs to be changed.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know if this generation will last before Star Wars.
Kratos has been cast.
I'm just the step below cautiously optimistic. So yes.
I literally know nothing about the source material. Well, I know about it. I haven't played a single God of War game. Right. I'm not invested in this at all. I only know they fired Rafe Judkins, so maybe they're smart. But also, I do know that the new showrunner has said he's never played the games and he doesn't like video games. So that is that just keeps happening. They keep saying the same thing.
And that's the thing. Even if you believe that, don't say it. Because you're just pissing people off. Even if you are someone who doesn't care about video games and don't play the video games, cool. Just don't say anything about it.
But visually, I think that looks like a pretty good cast.
It looks good. I've heard a lot of people being generally excited about it.
Comment about.
Yeah.
Although one thing about the producer playing video games, I don't think it's always necessary that you play the games, that you enjoy the games. However, you need to have at least one super fan who is a genuine Superman, not a fake mascot super fan of the media.
I honestly think
consulting them constantly.
I do think to make a good adaptation, you need both. You need someone who does not know the games, but you also need an expert. And you need them to bounce ideas off each other because unfortunately, a lot of what happens in adaptations is you'll well, this hasn't been the problem for a while because we've just completely ignored the source material, right? But if you're trying to do it too accurately and you're not willing to compromise in the change of medium, a lot of things get lost in the crowd. Like some things don't translate well. And you do need someone who does not know the source material so they can tell you, hey, this story doesn't make sense. And then you're like, oh, okay, it's because we're not getting the inner monologue here, so maybe we need to actually we need a scene where Sam and Frodo talk to each other that wasn't in the books,
right?
But that can explain the context behind their actions that we can't physically it's impossible to put in a film without internal monologue, right? Like you have to have that kind of stuff. So you should have people very passionate, but you also need a negative Nancy on every set.
Who's not a fan.
Should they be the showrunner? That's probably not.
It depends a little bit, because it depends on what the showrunner needs to be able to do is tell a very good story, and they need to be willing to stay within the frame of what they're trying to do. But they need to be skilled at being able to say, okay, this concept that we're taking from the game, again, still needs to be taken from the game.
Yeah.
How do we communicate this on screen in a movie compared to how it was communicated in the video game? There needs to be someone skilled at doing that, and that doesn't necessarily have to be the super fan of the material.
Is this a recent development? Did he get a new job, or is this like old news from like a couple? How long have we known this? Because he's being dropped like a hot potato from everything. But anyway,
I think another factor to consider is that not every fan is capable of being a showrunner. So like
absolutely,
running the show is very difficult. So I think if I were to choose a showrunner for an adaptation, I think I would prefer them to be a good showrunner rather than be a fan. As long as the good showrunner is going to consult the fans a lot, then heck yeah, I'll take that over a diehard fan that doesn't know how to run a show.
We are also putting the cart before the horse, because Hollywood doesn't have good showrunners. So like that's also a problem.
A great example of this, actually, and going back to Star Wars, is Andor, because Tony Gilroy is not a Star Wars super fan.
Yeah,
but he knows how to tell a good story.
Yeah.
He told a good story, and he asked, "Hey, somebody needs to tell me what to put on the shelf over here that's going to be a cool Star Wars thing. Somebody needs to tell me how this is going to fit in Star Wars." And I think they did a great job with that.
Yeah.
Or you could take the Henry Cavill route, where you aren't familiar with the source material. So when you get the role, you familiarize yourself.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill played and read through the richer games and books so that he was prepared for his role.
Does anybody care about Star Trek?
No,
I was never a huge Star Trek fan.
Okay, to just briefly sum it up, the new show dropped. It's the Starfleet Academy. It's super gay. It's super like they have they have an alien in the show who's a female, and the race of aliens can only be male. Like they're genetically engineered. They're only male. They can't reproduce. And there's a lady one now. But I guess she's like she's half Klingon, or it's stupid. Anyway, this was another thing that they included. This lady right here. This is also a problem, which it's going to take too long to explain. But this is apparently an alien from. I think it was only one episode. It might have been a double feature, but I think it was just one.
Yeah,
it was just one episode. And the point of the episode was to say racism is stupid. You had the Cherons, and
the left whites and the right whites, or
right. They were the same thing, except some of them had white on one side of the face instead of the other, and they hated each other because it was supposed to be bizarre to illustrate, hey, it's ridiculous to value a human's life because of their immutable characteristics, right? You're like, and it's just like, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, in case you didn't know, that episode ends with only two of them left. They're both male, and they're going to kill each other. And the crew just has to we tried, guys. We couldn't do it.
I didn't remember how that ended, but I do vaguely remember this episode.
They all die except two of them, and they're very quickly going to murder each other off screen. And even if they don't, they're both male. And they made a point to say, this is the entirety of this species' existence. There aren't any more on other planets, because they wanted it to be impactful.
See, and I don't remember that part at all. I just remember
they wanted it to be this will be the end of a race because of their stupidity and racism, because racism is bad.
This is a good example.
I guess they were just hey, what kind of Easter eggs could we throw in the show? Let's put a lady. This is a sequel, so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so it's
Star Trek has been stupid for a long time. Yeah. That's just an example.
Yeah,
it was one episode. Yeah, I was 80% sure. Yeah, the last of the two peoples.
Things that actively ruin the original. That the fact that the race was not completely obliterated makes the ending of that episode. But they're going to give some dumb explanation, like if they ever address it.
I don't think it'll ever be addressed. They're just idiots.
And whatever. But
I didn't want to do. Someone you sent this to me, didn't you?
I sent this to you.
I don't want to actually go to Screen Rant. This is nice.
But
I don't. What's the book? Is it just fan fiction, or is it fan fiction? It started as fan fiction, get turned into a book. I don't care.
I don't know. I saw this and I was really intrigued.
What's
at least the book called?
The fanfic got a 7-figure movie deal, though. Wow.
What's the book called, though?
I think it gives its name up there, doesn't it?
No.
Which started out as a Dramamine
Alchemized.
Alchemized. Yeah.
I don't care. I'm moving on. Why'd you send me the Mummy trailer, Charles?
Is this not the new trailer for the new Mummy?
No.
So it will not be the one that has.
This is not Brendan Fraser. No, it's just a mummy movie, and it doesn't look that good.
Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of what I was confused about. I didn't know if it was Brendan Fraser.
There's another Mummy movie that they were already working on before they decided to say we'll bring it back for another one.
Yeah, okay. No. If it's not Brendan Fraser, I'm not interested.
Fans were right to think Stranger Things 5 was incomplete, and Netflix's new documentary proves it.
Yeah.
I didn't read this. Oh, did David send this to me? David probably sent this to me.
Yeah.
It was still being written during production. Yeah, we already knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're basically saying that the documentary confirmed what we already knew about that being the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. They basically
I do have a clip from the documentary that we have to watch.
Okay.
Was actively influenced by the cast.
Yeah. Which is actually generally not necessarily a bad thing.
Oh, yeah.
Except for when your cast members are bad at writing.
One of the scenes
don't know what they're doing.
One of the scenes
influenced is a difference than saying dictated by. But yes,
that's true. That's true.
Maya Hawke, when they were filming the hospital scene where the dishwasher blows up, she has to correct the directors and say like, oh, but what's the man? What's the black kid's name? Lucas. She's like, they tell her to do something, and she says, Lucas's character doesn't know we're gay, and they're like, oh, it's like, should I whisper the line? Maybe would that be better? And it's like, okay, yeah, sure. Like,
see,
they're incompetent.
Honestly, that's a good influence of the actors on the writers. Like that's a good example.
But it shows that the writers are stupid.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, anyway. It's also a great example of the writers being stupid. It's actually a better example of the writers being stupid than the actors being really important for it. But
right.
Yeah.
This is I have to share the audio. Here we go. Share. Remember how one of our big complaints was why weren't there Demogorgons in the big fight?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There have to be some monsters. Oh, hold on. It's going through the wrong place. Did you hear that?
It was a little quiet.
It was very quiet.
It's going through.
You cut out.
I know. I clicked the wrong button. Hold on. Headphones.
Okay.
Default microphone. Default headphones. Okay.
There has to be Demogorgon bad.
Oh no, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's just really quiet.
Yep.
Just read the subtitles.
There have to be some monsters in the abyss. I agree. There has to be Demogorgon, bat, dog, like something. It's crazy if there's nothing there, I think. There have to be some.
Wait, is that it?
That's
They
it.
don't. There's
They're
no
just saying-
rebuttal.
And
I
then
guess you're right.
after this conversation, chose to do nothing about it.
My best guess is that they felt like it was too expensive. They just decided, no, then we'd have to like actually film that and like do the CGI. Or
I
whatever.
More
swear,
expensive than
I've
kaiju
read-
monster.
I've
Well,
read
they would
everywhere
wanted
that
to
they
do the kaiju
address-
monster as well. They wanted to focus on the kaiju monster and not have to add in additional special effects. They weren't going to take away the kaiju monster, which
I knew
love
that they.
kaiju
I
monster,
knew that they.
but-
yeah, Kaiju Monster was cool. I knew that they talked about it in their document. I knew that they've had this conversation, and I've read that they said we had a reason to not include it, and that will be addressed in the documentary. Do they never address it?
They say that the reason there weren't any monsters there is because he was caught off guard. He was surprised, and he didn't think that they would attack him on his own turf. But it also doesn't explain where the Demogorgons were, because they weren't in the Upside Down, and they weren't at home.
Yeah.
What were they doing the whole?
So
It's not an explanation.
And
This is
for
something
what it actually
that AI
addresses, it was an okay explanation, but it misses like 6 other things that need to be addressed.
no, I don't think it's a good explanation. No, it's terrible.
not.
It's a
It's
terrible
Well,
explanation.
so I guess my point is it makes sense that he would be caught off guard. I am okay with him being caught off guard. and
But
not
that
expelled.
doesn't explain
I
why
don't
there
think
were
that
no
makes sense
Why they
at all.
Demogorgons.
weren't anywhere else, and why he didn't start calling on them. Like at the very least, what you could do is say that they're off somewhere, and like towards the end of the battle, you can see them coming from the distance or something
Hey,
like that.
Also,
That's a
the
dumb
explanation.
for it, but that's the I don't know. I'm trying.
Also,
I'm trying
guess
here,
what?
guys.
The explanation doesn't make sense. It would be impossible for him to be caught off guard because he can. What happened with
He can
Hopper?
see
What
through-
happened? What happened
Yeah.
with Hopper in the finale?
Which one?
Yep.
What? The
Hopper-
He gets mentally. He's sending Hopper
yeah,
visions and
yeah.
convinces him to shoot
no,
11.
He did shoot 11 because
Right, he did.
Right.
that was
Right?
more effective than having him.
You're
commit-
right.
And you're
I'm
saying
thinking-
he didn't know where everyone else was?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
good
dumb.
point.
Oopsie,
It's
I didn't
It's
know
terrible.
they
I
were
think
coming
it's-
for me, but I knew exactly where Hopper was, and I could project images onto his brain.
Even
I got
if-
caught off
even if-
guard.
I can still
Even if you
mostly
don't-
accept that, but agree that it still is missing massive other pieces that need to be answered as to why they weren't there.
100%.
So yeah, they are accused of
Terrible.
using
It's
AI.
really, really
Do
bad.
I need to read any of this? Because we kind of already talked about it.
Also, do
No,
we
I
care?
don't think so. I think it's just-
ChatGPT. Look, it was he had it.
Here's the other thing, though, too.
He had a
is,
ChatGPT open on one of the tabs. Someone zoomed in and figured it out.
again, maybe there's going to
Is it that
be something to be said with regards to the Writers Guild's actual rules or whatever about it. But overall, like, hey, ChatGPT can be a tool
It's a good
that
tool.
that a good writer could use to generate some stuff, and then you need to go through it. And it still comes down to they were bad writers. If they only relied on that, just like the people who tried to like file legal briefs with just ChatGPT or AI stuff, they were dumb because they didn't go and check the work. You can get it to start putting things together, but you have to verify it.
Yeah.
It's
You
still
cannot-
them being
You
terrible
cannot
writers.
just generate script. It's a tool, not a substitute. Absolutely. But the fact that they're being accused of this and they don't have a good defense, and the people believe it, and I maybe I
And
don't.
again,
I don't think that they use
our
it
main-
just because that's. But
Our main argument.
Oh, I
against it is
believe.
the fact that
I believe that people believed it. The
Yeah.
people who
Yeah.
enjoy Stranger Things are idiots.
Well, and here's
Season
the other
5.
thing.
Sorry.
Yeah, here's the other thing too. Again, we've talked about. We think that ChatGPT would have done a better job than what they did anyway.
So great.
I think it could have come up with a better plot.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay, I don't want to talk
I-
about stranger, gayer things anymore.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've actually been hearing really good things.
Screen rants. Bad takes.
I mean,
Go
I've
on.
been
Sorry,
hearing
I interrupted
actually really
you.
good things, and that it's the most faithful of all of the things adapted. So that's what I've been hearing, except for this.
So
Here's
the thing is,
it's
am I
not going to be
missing something?
faithful, and here's why that's a good thing.
although
No, it's-
you did argue that case earlier that it shouldn't be word for word.
No, I'm
Right.
saying you need to play to the strengths of the medium. That does not mean
Yes.
you can be unfaithful to the source material. Okay? You do have to find a way to rework scenes so that it's not the 80s Dune movie. Okay? 80s Dune movie, at least, until it got to the word guns, which is not in the books, and what the crap was that, is actually an incredibly faithful adaptation, but it does not play to the strengths of the medium because 80% of the dialogue is internal monologue. And you just have the character standing on screen thinking and having an echoey voice saying, "Oh, I look at the moon, and the moon is the shy halud, and I."
So
and
all I'm
that
saying is
and
that-
you're like, "Look, yes, this is a faithful adaptation, but it's a bad movie."
We
Faithful
absolutely agree. I'm
adaptations
just saying,
need to do two things. Okay, but I'm not saying playing to the strength of the medium doesn't mean it's not. You can have a faithful adaptation and play to the strengths of the medium by keeping the spirit of the source material. Okay, rearranging the order. Sometimes you have to squish events together. Sometimes you have to craft replacement scenes, like Frodo and Sam having conversations that they didn't have in the books that replace that context. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
That you can't tell me that the Lord of the Rings wasn't a faithful adaptation. It made changes, but kept the spirit of the book.
right. But all I'm saying is that we completely agree. I'm just saying that this person who wrote this article might be saying the same thing, just with different words.
Oh, so they're just idiot.
But I don't
Okay.
know if you have you actually read it, Alan?
I love it. I think it's the best thing George R. R. Martin
I
has
haven't
ever
read it yet.
No,
I
sorry.
think
The
I
article.
read it
You
after
read the
we watch
article.
the show.
No.
You have not read the article. Okay, that's why I was
So
curious. As to-
based
I read
off the title,
the
Alan,
headline.
I think
And I didn't want to read the article.
Well, and here's the question: is I think you were saying this because when I was like, but I've heard it is really faithful or whatever. Maybe
Oh,
you're
it is,
saying
yeah.
that it's actually saying, oh, it was a bad thing that they were faithful.
Probably.
Is what this
Okay.
article's probably saying.
it's not. I don't think it's. It's based off of the headline. It's not saying it's
Yes.
a bad thing. It was faithful. It's basically the headline is
Okay.
pretty much what you just said earlier. That you shouldn't be so focused in following the book
It
word for word
would be
that you
about
failed
that,
to
but
you failed to
we have
adapt
no-
it to its
No,
medium.
but the word for words that, like, you should be pulling word for word the dialogue. You absolutely should.
Yes,
That-
but
the
there's
best-
a lot of there's a lot of words in a
That's
book that
what
isn't
made Lord of the
dialogue.
Rings work so well is half of the dialogue was just ripped straight from the book.
but only half of it.
Yeah, because you have to adapt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not
Right.
word for word. It's just word for every
Right,
other.
I'm just I based off. If
Okay.
I,
Okay. Well, let's find out. Let's find out
I'm
if
playing
this
a
is good or
little
bad.
devil's advocate on
Okay.
that one.
Sure, we can
Here's the
read
trick.
this.
If you don't know this already, if you want to get past a Screen Rant article, don't read any of it. Just read the subtitles.
Hmm.
That's it. Okay. Okay. Here's why it shouldn't follow the books. What is A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms about? We can skip this whole section. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms adapts the Hedge Knight to the letter.
Okay.
Okay. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms centers on the wrong. It's a bad take, guys.
Is it?
This Collider's bad takes.
It's
Is it
it's a
saying-
bad-
wait,
it's,
hold on,
it's
hold on,
the same
hold on.
company.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is this saying? Well, wait. Okay.
It's
Is
it's
this
going
centering
to
on
say
a character different from the book? That
it's
the book
saying the
centers on?
main. I guarantee you, it's saying the main character should be Egg, not Dunk.
So it's saying that it.
Let's find out. I don't know. You might need to read. Okay, might need to skim this section. while he is good at Dunk, there's not a lot for him to. The entire book is about him. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, it's because he's. It's because he.
He's a boring subject to follow. He's too good. He's too plain.
We can't follow him.
This is a bad take.
Because he's a traditional character.
This is terrible.
Screw off.
This is a terrible take. I take back. I apologize. I formally.
Holy crap! This is a bad take.
This is really bad take.
Viewers like characters who are deeply flawed but charismatic enough to keep them.
Sometimes, yeah, a flawed character is great, but we
Dunk
also love.
has flaws. You want to know what Dunk's flaw is? This isn't. I'm not spoiling anything. Okay, this is character. Do you want to know what Dunk's flaw is?
He's poor and he's not well. I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. He thinks his real name is Dunk. His name is Duncan, but he's an idiot. And everyone has called him Dunk, and he doesn't realize that it's a nickname. Dunk
That's a great
is a moron.
Just
He
like
is really dumb, but
like
he
the
is
author of this article.
he is a good person. Okay?
That's awesome.
And the fact that this writer doesn't, I guarantee you, this person has not read the book. They read the synopsis for the TV show and said, wait a minute, is the main character a straight white man? That can't be a good choice.
I will give the slightest possibility that they just think that he's too milk toast to be interesting, rather than because he's a straight white man, good character.
No, they said he's not flawed.
Yeah,
that makes him boring.
No.
So the reason that I will say that maybe they did read the book is that they have a point at the bottom of that paragraph that's talking about some of the characters that they feel like jump off the screen. I don't know.
He doesn't have any that's the reasons that we flocked to Jaime Lannister. No, because we flocked to Jaime Lannister because he was well written. Because the premise of Jaime Lannister, the idea of Jaime Lannister is something that I hadn't seen before. The author said, hey, I'm going to give you the most despicable person that I can think of. An incestuous, inbred child murderer.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to make you like him.
Where I end up on your side is with this next sentence.
Okay, I haven't gotten there yet.
Yep. That's why I was telling you, move on.
Okay, I'm just saying, it wasn't because of his flaws, it was because of his redemption that made Jaime Lannister's interesting.
Which to their point,
he had to have flaws to redeem. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's some truth, though, in that a flawed character, a flawed but charismatic character
but
is
Duncan is a very flawed character.
Yes.
This person doesn't like him because he's because he's morally good.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the issue. Is that this is very antithesis
we don't
of
know.
the modern audience.
It comes out next week, and I really hope it's faithful because it's my favorite.
Sunday, so we won't be able to talk about it.
It's so good.
But a lot of modern Hollywood, they've been creating sympathetic villains, and they've been
does it come out
morally?
Hold on. Does it come out tomorrow? Did I calculate it right?
Does it? Yeah. Wait, no.
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
I thought it was. I knew it was coming. It comes out tomorrow. But we can't talk about it until next week.
It comes out for us to talk about the same week that we have the ability to talk about Pendragon. Yeah.
Oh baby. It comes out tomorrow.
Oh shoot! I'm going to be in California with my wife for her birthday that weekend.
It comes out tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
Tomorrow.
I think I can be on the podcast next week, but I don't know.
It comes out tomorrow.
You're going to be on with your wife where?
Yeah, it's her birthday the day before, so in California.
Oh, darn.
I knew it was I knew we were going to be talking about it next week, but I forgot that it comes out Sunday.
Yeah.
Nice. But last thing about this,
which is still technically next week. I didn't technically say anything wrong.
Right.
technically. But the modern day Hollywood
I
loves to do
appreciate you to
this,
stop
where they
grunting and groaning in the microphone. Though.
I will not.
It's making me uncomfortable.
they make sympathetic villains.
Gyrate.
They don't know how to write good and bad. They don't know how to write good and bad
Yeah.
characters because they have no morals. So they'll make sympathetic villains that aren't sympathetic, but they'll want you to love them. Or they'll make good people, and they'll have good people do bad things, like Ironheart, who's supposed to be a good person, but every single thing she does is terrible. She's the villain.
You're right. That's it. The Dunk is the antithesis of these personality types. Someone who would never
consider.
It's because he's morally good.
Yes.
It's not because he isn't flawed. It's because he's good. Go.
So again,
Go die. You are a horrible person.
Staying consistent with what I've done so far, I'll give the smallest chance that their intent in saying this is not necessarily trying to say that one is better or what they should be doing. But
I exclusively I can only relate to main characters who are willing to kill children.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually,
my problem with this is the way that it's framed is saying like, oh, what we really want is a terrible character that like wants to push kids out of a tower and is incestuous and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, oh no, I hate that interpretation of what they're saying there.
So
I think
oh my gosh, this is not okay. Hold on. Oh my, this person has not read the book. This person has not read the book.
Okay, good.
He's saying, oh, I really wish I want more of those flawed characters, which is why it was really concerning that the Targaryens and Baratheons in the trailer, they're the ones that seem like they're flawed, and it's frustrating that we only got a teeny little bit of them in the clip. Oh, as they dip in and out of.
So they've probably seen the show.
I'm dyslexic. I thought it said clip. Okay, as they dip in and out of Dunk's life. Yes, they do come and go in the books. But this person's an idiot for reasons I cannot say. For reasons I cannot say for spoilers.
But
this person's
they don't understand what the book is because if
I don't want to spoil the series, so I can't explain to you why this is the stupidest thing they've ever said.
But if they're fans of, I haven't seen all of the other. I haven't seen anything of Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. But if they're fans of that, and if all the other characters are flawed, terrible people who are just the main characters, then I understand why they would expect to have a similar vibe from this show. However, the book characters stands out among the other books as that's one of the first things I hear about it every time somebody talks is that this book is different from the others, is that it's a different ending, different character.
Spoiler alert, that's why everyone likes it so much,
right?
Because it's not as nihilistic as the other ones.
So this person, if they're a fan of the other ones, of course they're going to like this one less, which they're just dumb if they do. But whatever.
That bolded line right there, that one that you're highlighting, does very little heavy lifting in terms of adding more narrative and exposition.
You haven't seen it yet. What are you talking about?
It does sound like maybe they've seen the series because they are talking earlier. The season barely scratches the surface of the sadistic Aerion and his drunk brother Darren. It's at the beginning of that paragraph. So it sounds like maybe they're claiming to have seen the series, the whole season, or at the very least the first 5 episodes. I think that I know of some people who have been given the first 5 episodes. So
I got the vibe that they watched the whole show. Hold on.
Whether or not they've read the books, I don't know, but they probably have seen the first 5 episodes of the series. Because again, my understanding is that they have distributed the first 5 episodes to people.
Yeah, it kind of does sound like they watched it.
Fails a crew creative adaptation. It does little to make itself stand out from the novella.
Good. I don't know. Maybe they have seen it. They're not explicitly saying yes, we saw them, but as it commits some of the worst TV crimes. Oh,
again,
it commits TV crimes. What are its crimes?
Sorely lacking in female characters.
Oh my goodness!
False.
This is
They're just not the main character. It's because, unlike Game of Thrones, the Dunk and Egg books just follow one person, and it's a boy.
Which
He interacts with lots of women. Okay.
Yeah. That's one of the big things is that, like, because it's a shorter book, it's a single short book as opposed to this big long series. You've got one character. Same thing with the 6-episode, miniseries. You've got one character.
Okay, they have seen it. They're saying it fridges a character that. Okay, they have seen the episodes. Good.
The biggest deviation from the novel. Okay.
Fridge 'em. Well, if it is. That could be a problem, but also it could be fine, depending on who gets fridged.
okay, but also I was reading the next paragraph, and I honestly don't understand what the sin.
I think
is.
I know who gets fridged. The next paragraph. Hold on.
Yeah, so they're complaining that
Women
it's
don't
dark.
exist at the tourney because it's a tournament. It's not about women. It's about men fighting. The women are in the audience. Do you want to have a side plot where we talk to wench number 6? So, wow, mighty good tournament, isn't it?
It's
Also,
because
I'm a prostitute.
This idiot individual is a fan of the original House of the Dragons and Game of Thrones, and they're a modern Hollywood shrill that just wants the dumb things that modern Hollywood wants, and that's not what makes things good. It's stupid. This author.
Okay, you were talking about this one?
I didn't understand it. It said that it's dark.
The other
and it's hard
sin.
to watch.
Okay. The other sin
literally visually dark
is that all fans of this. It's plunged into
the sin that it commits is a sin that all fans of the franchise are already familiar with. It's once again way too dark to see anything. Is what they're saying. It's too physically dim to be able to see what's going on. Is what they're claiming here.
Like the original Jurassic Park
physically
movies,
dark, yeah.
And the newer Jurassic Park movies kind of ruined because they put everything in the light and it made it look worse.
Well, there's some truth to that, but there's also and again, I haven't seen the original Game of Thrones, but I know there's been a lot of criticisms about how because you can light a scene at night so you can see it.
Right. It was just the last season.
Can't see.
It was just the last season, the biggest fight of the show that you couldn't see a thing that was going on.
Yeah.
Because
you are right that sometimes putting things in the light makes it worse, but you still need to be able to see things.
I agree.
That might be an honest concern because the tournament happens during the day. So major jousts, which are the biggest set pieces, are either held at night or shrouded in mist. Mist would make it cheaper, but also that would feel cheap. Yeah,
it's one of those ones where it's I could see that being a fair criticism, but it's also consistent, and that's another reason why I would believe what they're saying here is because that is kind of consistent.
By the finale, they've seen the finale.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I mean, it's only 6 episodes long. You're saying they distributed 5 episodes?
That was what I had heard about one of the guys that I watch and follow. He says that he has seen he was given the first 5 episodes. That was all that he was given.
But that's not the finale.
I was going to say either
the finale
people were wrong on it, although they've been talking about it being a 6-part series, or these people were given the finale when he wasn't.
Okay.
Or maybe they're talking about how it's set up for the finale.
By the finale, season 1 exists as more of a side dish to be enjoyed alongside the main. It is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That is a good thing. Shut up. I don't. Okay, you deserve another one of these.
This is terrible.
This is
terrible.
Screen rants. Bad takes.
What an absolute disgrace to your profession.
Terrible.
The senior TV editor has been. I don't give a crap how long you've been with the worst company in existence. It's close. I don't care. I'm done. I don't. What's this crap? What is this crap, Charles? Why are you saying
it's just casting. It's just AI used casting to do live action Invincible. I don't know.
Tom Holland.
I was kind of curious about the casting options. What do you think? Tom Holland for Invincible.
Don't like that.
And Henry Cavill though for Omni-Man.
I haven't gotten to Aquaman. I got to his mom, and I think that's horrible.
This is the first time he's actually watching this, Charles. You forget he does not watch these when you send them. He watches them on the show.
I don't know. I don't think the mom's a terrible cast.
No, I've seen her act. I've seen her act. That's horrible casting.
I don't know. I remember her or anything.
Holland is a weird choice. I generally still like Holland, but he's supposed to be half Asian.
I don't think he's a bad actor. I think this is a bad
He's overcast.
I think for this role, this is horrible. Who the heck is that?
Maybe.
I know who the character is, but who's playing it?
I can't tell.
I couldn't tell.
And this is AI that put it together, so it could be anything, anybody. Yeah.
Is that Thrag?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Jeffrey Dean?
Is that
supposed to be Jeffrey Dean Morgan? Is that Thrag? I don't know.
Probably. He's white, though. I don't think that's Thrag.
Oh, they put him under makeup. I'm fine with that, but it's that's weird. Yeah.
No, it's Angstrom Levy.
Oh, no,
Angstrom Levy.
Thrag is one of the.
Okay, so that's not. I don't even see Angstrom on there. Oops.
Yeah.
So who knows? Shoot. Sandra, Henry Cavill is Omni-Man? No, the J.K. Simmons should be Omni-Man. There's no reason J.K. Simmons can't play Omni-Man. He's pretty old,
he's
but
still
he'd
ripped.
crush it. He'd crush it.
I feel like I want to like Henry Cavill as Omni-Man, but
I love Henry Cavill. This is bad casting.
Yeah.
You think?
Yes.
I think the only reason I don't hate it is because I love Henry Cavill. But
yeah, I guess you're right.
Is that it? It's just more this. It's the exact same show.
Oh, it's got
he's the
younger Henry Cavill. Sorry, younger
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who do they have
about that?
Oh, that's going to be Jeffrey Dean.
And then I forget the Stranger Things actress.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't.
Sadie
Sink.
no,
they just chose her because she's a popular redhead right now. It's the same sort of thing.
I think that's bad casting.
I don't think she's good at acting.
Yeah, I haven't.
I like
think
that.
This is a good acting.
I think that works.
This is good casting.
Okay, I suppose
that totally works. That is not who I would have chosen, but that totally works.
Okay,
Bob Odenkirk, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
I don't know either.
I know who the character. I don't know who the actor is.
And they keep showing the mom for some reason doing nothing.
Wait, that's not.
That's Wolverine. That's
not Henry Cavill, guys.
That's
Invincible or whatever.
That's Invincible. I'm sorry.
No. Immortal.
Immortal.
There you go.
That's
Immortal.
not Omni-Man. That's the Immortal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's get the guy who was immortal to play another immortal character. He plays two immortal characters. I'm so smart.
This is the sort of thing that I look at. And
Jeffrey Dean Morgan is Thrag. Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Oh, there we go, Thrag.
That's fine.
Sure.
That's Thrag. Who is? Oh, Thrag. Right. Okay. What's the name of? They don't have to. I don't. Some of these are okay. Most of these are really bad.
Yeah.
Honestly,
this is the sort
Jeffrey
of
Dean Morgan shouldn't be playing Thrag. He should be playing that guy. Whose name I forget.
I don't know his name either.
He'd be much better in this role than he would as Thrag. I can't remember his name. It's the Crusher.
And I'll say this: when people want to criticize AI, like this is the sort of thing that I would say this was a dumb AI thing because it relied so heavily on the again, AI is doing it as bad or potentially maybe slightly worse than the fact that this is what Hollywood does anyway, is they just keep casting the same people and they overcast
that's
people.
Not AI's fault. That was the person who made the prompt made bad choices, right?
I was going to say
it looked AI, good.
Well, because AI is trained on the same sort of junk that Hollywood is already doing. So it's not.
This is great. I love this because we can see the actor in the role, and we can look at it and say, "Oh, well, would this work?" No, I don't think it does work.
No, I think this is a great use for AI and for studios. Like, hey,
for being able to do that,
what would he look like in that role? I think that kind of works.
Yeah,
for being able to do that, yes, but for saying cast for me a live action Invincible, AI is going to do the same thing where it's going to come up with those names just like Hollywood would do.
Yeah.
even if they don't prompt him, say, "Hey, make Invincible with Tom Holland as," whatever, they'll just say cast Invincible live action. They're going to cast the overcast characters. They're going to cast the overcast actors. Yeah. So
right.
That's where my criticism
that's
towards
absolutely
AI would have been. But that's also how it's trained, because it's trained on all this stuff.
Have we seen the Lara Croft guys? Have we?
I mean, yeah, I think I saw the image of it.
I didn't recognize the actress, but I saw that. Yeah.
Another Game of Thrones.
Are you talking about the movie or the?
Yeah, there's a new Lara Croft movie. Yep. I think it looks fine.
I think
I don't think it's great. I think it's not the worst thing, but I also don't think.
Did you guys see the last Lara Croft movie?
Good.
I did. I thought it was okay, but it's based off of the newer.
I haven't played those.
It's not based off the originals.
I heard mostly good things about that.
She looks. The lady that they cast in that movie looks exactly like the Lara Croft from those games.
Yeah,
the newer games.
Now
but not the
you can complain about those games too, right?
Fair.
I didn't see the movie. I haven't played those games. I don't care.
I have. I've become a Tomb Raider fan as of recently. I absolutely love them. I love the newer Survivor games, and I've been playing through the originals. They're phenomenal. I'm super stoked for the new game to come out. It might be the first game I ever buy on release.
Nice.
But
the new one looks real good. They made her hot again. So.
And based off of her original design. I think she was hot in the newer games, the survival games.
She was different. She was
different.
Young, and I think it was the attitude that a lot of people had problems with. Again, I'm not invested in it. Yeah. I haven't played it, right? But I definitely can complain about the Netflix TV show where she's a lesbian and she looks like the person who wrote her character. So
weird. Wonder how that happened.
Yep. She keeps getting hired for some reason. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I don't think it's that good though. And also, of all the original cast from Game of Thrones, Sophie Turner's kind of the worst actor out of all of them. So there's that too.
Is it Sophie Turner or is it
Sophie Turner?
Or Sophie Turner, is it what's her name? The one that's in
okay. Oh, right. Yeah, technically she was the second worst actor.
There you go.
In Game of Thrones. Right.
I personally don't care, and I don't necessarily feel that way, but I was sure you would feel differently.
I forgot that she played little baby Mormont.
Yeah.
I forgot that she was in that too. Yeah. Yikes. No.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with her. She looks the part, I think. I think she looks fantastic. I don't know about her acting skills.
I don't hate the look of Lara Croft.
She's not like the worst actress ever, but she kind of in the later seasons, because she started off as a kid, then got older. As she got older, her acting got worse. And she plays Phoenix in the rebooted X-Men and.
Sophie Turner does, yeah.
Or not? Well, eventually Phoenix, but Jean Grey.
Jean Grey. Yep.
Not good. So, we've got Dresden on the 20th. I am not caught up. I still need to read book 3, but I'm gonna get there this year. Okay,
I've only read through the first whatever it is, 5 to a dozen of them or whatever, that before he took his break to write the other series.
I've only hoping to get to a couple of them this year. I'm looking forward to it. Mark Clark showed up. We're late. Shut up, Mark Clark. Celebrating 39 memberships of membership. We started 2 minutes late. Stop this.
On time as we ever are.
Stop this. All the Dresden books skyrocketed in price, so I couldn't get them for Christmas. No! Well, good thing and a bad thing, right? But I did get all 6 codex. I don't know what that is. I haven't gotten to that part in the book. That's a different book.
That's his different
series. And a second steampunk book. Cool. Yeah, I really liked the first 2, and everyone says the third one is where they start getting good. I was like, but I thought they were good before, so I'm excited. I'm excited to read more Dresden. Yes, we know who would make a better Lara Croft.
I don't think she would make a good Lara Croft. I think she'd
be a horrible Lara Croft, Mark Clark.
I think I'd watch it, and it would be a good character. It wouldn't be a good Lara Croft. I
Where you been?
ugh, AI has dumb, terrible.
Honestly,
decisions.
I would like. Yeah, she's too old for it now, but I think Jennifer Connelly would have made a nice Laura Croft. Alara is excellent and fun. I was very disappointed with the Cinder series, the steampunk one.
Cinder Spire is the
Haven't
same.
read it.
Yeah.
Imagine the outlet. I don't think we need to imagine it.
Nope.
She doesn't have the gravitas. You can tell from these pictures. Like she doesn't have the smirk. She's like, this looks like a cosplay. Look at her face. It's just she doesn't command the presence that Laura Croft demands.
I'll give you that. I have no.
It's just her face. Like it's just not like this look. Whatever. It's like I don't know what I don't know if she's trying to go for like intimidation or sexy or something in between. But it's not. I don't know. I don't know what she's trying to emote here. This looks like someone in cosplay.
I'm getting basically
but
nothing
again,
out of her.
not super invested. I haven't played the games. Haven't played any of them.
I think that's the one thing. I'm not a huge fan of the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raiders. But I think that's one thing that she did very
those
well.
movies are garbage, but she looks like the Tomb Raider. Okay.
Yeah.
I think she was pretty.
I don't know.
Pretty.
I think she did a great job with her just presence. She commanded attention.
Yeah.
She had exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. She felt when she was in costume, she felt like the character. Whether or not the movies were good, they weren't that good. They were kind of goofy. It's fine. Yep. I don't think they were terrible either. I enjoyed watching them as a kid. That would be interesting. That would be a fun one to. I wonder. I guarantee they don't hold up at all, and I will hate them if I watch them now. But I did like them as a kid, but they seemed pretty average. Oh yeah, Sophie Turner had a baby. That's what you're talking about. I don't. Okay, this is just funny. I'm not going to play the video, but Oprah said one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. I just found out that it's not your fault if you're fat. After all these years, I thought I was overeating because of me and my fault. And now I understand that if you carry the obesity gene, that's what makes you overeat. You don't overeat and become obese. Obesity causes you to overeat. False.
We need to view bad takes. The View.
That's pretty much exclusively what makes you obese. I am obese, and it was because I ate too much and exercised too little. I am trying to fix that. I'm doing a pretty darn freaking good job. I've lost 60 pounds.
Woo! Way to go, man.
And guess what I'm doing? I'm not eating as much. Oh my goodness!
Things too.
I will also say, like, trying to give some of the benefit of where this might be coming from. They may have found some genes that make you predisposed to X, Y, or Z things.
Yeah, some people have
to your choices.
Some people have better metabolism than other people, but it's not.
Absolutely.
You still have to make a choice.
Exactly.
It doesn't make it impossible to lose weight.
Oh, and the reason
to give into your urges to eat. You know?
But the reason she's saying it is because she's now pushing Ozempic. She's like, "Oh, I'm on Ozempic. It gets rid of the obesity gene, and then it makes you not want to overeat, and that's why it fixes everything." Look, no shade on Ozempic. I've heard it gives you a bigger penis. That's awesome. We talked about that on this show. Okay. And if it helps you get healthy, like, cool, that's awesome. It shouldn't be used by celebrities, who are already skinny.
And here's the thing: you also need to realize that you're putting a Band-Aid on a situation.
Yes.
If you use a Band-Aid,
if you don't change your habits, if you ever get off of Ozempic, you're going to go right back to being fat.
Yep,
exactly. This comes from the mindset of it's always somebody else's fault. It's never me.
Is this?
Yes, it is. I guarantee you this is exactly what he's going for.
Is this it?
This is Charles's racist joke.
I don't get it.
Good
Wait a minute.
deep cut.
Wait, I don't get it.
I love it that Charles doesn't even get it. Oh,
Is this Charles is a Nazi and therefore he
What?
he's a big fan of ovens.
Oh,
You can use his if you like.
What?
that's terrible.
Okay. All right. Okay, but that's not it. Okay, no, that went over my head because I was expecting like a anti-black. I wasn't expecting an anti-Jew racist joke.
Yeah, Charles loves the Jews.
mean,
guys.
where did this start out?
It's just the blacks that he has problems.
Well, where did all of the Charles
I don't think I've
said
ever
that.
Where did all of the Charles's racist jokes come from? Because you were trying to say, well, Hitler wasn't as bad.
Oh, you're right.
It started there. It started there. Come on now.
Okay. We're getting a little political. We don't have to talk about the politics behind it. But this is because the ice shooting, right?
Right.
Mhm.
And
Which one?
we've been saying, well, she shouldn't have been breaking the law. And this is how the
terrible.
left chooses to dunk on the right by pointing at Jesus.
Jesus famously
Hold on.
did
By-
exactly. Yeah.
By pointing at Jesus being crucified and saying he should have complied with law enforcement officers, then he wouldn't have been crucified.
Except that's why he was crucified.
Except that that's the reason why he was crucified is because he chose to comply with the law.
He literally never once disobeyed law enforcement.
And on top of that, well, that's why he was taken into custody. He gave himself into custody. And then the law said, hey, guess what? We don't find any problem with him. The law wasn't going to do anything. And then the Jews said, no, break the law, kill him anyway, because we want you to.
Yeah, his disciple went to disobey the law enforcement, and he stopped him and said, "No, we're going to comply with law enforcement." This is terrible. This is worse than the article over 7.
It is It is my favorite thing on earth when lefties try to use the Bible for their arguments because they're so dumb. They are just so stupid. It is hilarious. Anyway, that was that.
Unfortunately, though, it's also convincing for other idiots. It convinces other idiots.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. Did you send me this, or did David
I
send me
might
this?
have sent it
Post-apocalypse shows
early in the
like
week, so I don't
Fallout.
remember.
The best ones like Fallout. Well,
No, I did send you this. I sent you this, and I thought it was dumb because the shows that they list are nothing like Fallout. They're just
Silo is execution very tonally very different.
It's
But
technically
plot-wise similar. It's a vault.
It's technically
wait.
post-apocalyptic.
Silo.
Okay.
Just wait.
The closest.
Sure.
Okay.
So,
Silo
there's more.
is plot-wise very close to Fallout. Thematically very, very different, and tonally very different.
Yeah.
The last. I mean, they're both gay.
They're both gay. And they're both like buddies traveling. I guess. I don't know.
Both shows are dumb.
Okay. I haven't seen Dead City.
Dead City, the spinoff specifically, not The Walking Dead. Dead City. Is there a vault in it?
I don't know.
Maybe.
See, this is what I said. It's nothing to do with shows like Fallout.
It's just post-apocalyptic movies. That's it.
Yeah.
Twisted Metal.
It gets worse. It gets
Twisted
worse.
Metal is about.
Is that Twisted Metal there? Or I thought that was.
That's Twisted Metal. Yeah.
Okay, because it looks like what's that other one they did the movie with? Jack Black was the robot.
The election.
Borderlands.
Oh, Borderlands. No, I haven't. Okay.
Because that looks like Borderlands. The people from
That's
Borderlands.
Twisted Metal.
Okay, all right.
Haven't seen it. The 100. David's seen it because he's dumb. I haven't seen it. Don't care. There is kind of like a vault thing in this. Kind of tangentially. The Last Man on Earth. It's just an apocalypse movie, and it's funny.
Nothing in comparison.
It's funny though. They both have jokes. Charles, they both have jokes in the show. They both
have females and males and jokes. You're right.
Both an apocalypse.
They both use cameras to film it.
Yeah. They both. Nope, can't think of any other comparisons. Sorry.
Snowpiercer. I don't know if I've seen it, so I don't know.
No. Jericho. Haven't seen. I don't know. Okay.
I thought they put Pluribus on there as well.
Oh,
But no, it's just a bunch of random apocalypse.
Yep.
Okay. Would you rather have Rebecca Ferguson in your role or Lucy Rebecca Ferguson?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I think Rebecca Ferguson is better than Sydney Sweeney. She's just my type, you know. Nothing wrong with Sydney Sweeney. I think Sydney Sweeney's a fetching young woman.
I'd probably go with
Lucy.
Rebecca.
But Rebecca Ferguson is my type.
Yeah.
What's she in?
She is
Silo.
She's in
Isn't she?
Greatest Showman.
Silo.
She's in Dune.
Silo.
She's in Silo.
She's
I don't
Silo.
know. I haven't seen her that much. I'd have to watch more from her. I still haven't seen Silo.
I mean, if we're just like knowing nothing about them as people, I would say I think Lucy's really pretty. I'm good with that.
I like Lucy.
Nothing
from
wrong
Fallout.
with Lucy.
Yep.
Yeah, I like her.
But I like the
I think
Cougars. It's too young for my taste.
Sydney
Charles
Sweeney,
would love her.
Sydney Sweeney.
Charles is also like
gorgeous,
a decade
but
younger
she's
than me,
also-
so it's okay for him to love.
The thing is about Sydney Sweeney is that she's got a great personality as well. I mean, as far as what
She's
we've
got a great
seen.
personality.
She's obviously attractive, but she's also based.
She's got
I
huge
don't know if
personalities.
Lucy is based.
She's-
She's got two huge personalities bouncing all around.
She's got split personalities. What? What are you talking about, Charles? What? Huh?
Split personalities right down the middle.
Okay, Fallout.
Voluptuous
Yeah,
personalities.
Lucy's very pretty. She's very pretty.
She's attractive.
I will say I like her in the show more than I like when I just pulled her up. Like she's often blonde. Again, I drift more to the dark hair myself.
But you know, you know how there's a difference between like cute and beautiful. I would say Lucy is very cute, like really
very
cute.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
That doesn't mean she's not beautiful, but like that's
I
the first
don't know if I would
adjective that I jumped to.
I don't know if I would necessarily put Rebecca Ferguson so much more beautiful than her. She's got more of that like attitude, a little bit more of a swagger to her that takes her away from cute more into the hot kind of realm. But not
Rebecca
really.
Ferguson
Not really I'm looking for.
is fetching.
She's beautiful. I'm not saying she's not, but
she is a tall glass of water.
Mm-hmm.
She's the classy kind of beautiful.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with Rebecca Ferguson as much to give a statement. I like Lucy, but she's got like some angles and some hairstyles. She looks really bad.
Yeah,
she either looks cute and attractive or really bad.
I have a very specific type. It's the same type as my wife, and it's it's domineering brunettes. Okay.
Is Rebecca? She's blonde. Rebecca Ferguson's blonde, isn't?
I see her a lot.
Is she naturally brunette?
Sometimes she's blonde.
Naturally brunette. Yeah. Okay.
It's almost like they have like things to change the color of your hair.
Charles, have you watched Dune? Which Dune?
I've watched both Dunes. I've not watched the original.
Oh, you should. It's so
original
fun.
Dune.
I've only seen the new.
And I still have not. I still have not read the books.
Dude, F1 is so good.
I have audiobook to the books through Children of Dune. But yeah,
or her White Queen days. What a White Queen? What is that referring to? I haven't seen like all of her movies. I just White Queen. The White Queen. Is she a?
White.
Never
Queen.
heard of the show.
Oh,
I think she's fetching now. I mean, she was probably fetching then too. That doesn't look like she's not the main character. That's someone else. I don't know. Never heard of it.
Oh, I was watching Archer this week, a lot of it, and he kept pining after that older actress. I forget who it was.
Burt Reynolds?
No. He kept trying to hit on her. He was hitting on her on the older actress.
It's been a long time since I've seen the show. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I just know he's obsessed with Burt Reynolds.
That's true. That too.
So Charles, the thing you're missing and why he was asking if you'd seen Dune.
Yes. She plays Paul's mom in Dune.
That's the one that I've been trying to say, or that Alan did say at least at one point, was she's the main character in Silo. So did you watch Silo with us?
I have not. I've not seen Silo.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
I liked her in
That's what I
Dune.
know from was
I
Silo.
liked her in Dune.
Charles is new.
Yeah, I don't mind
Yeah,
her as much.
she was smoking hot in White Queen. Well, I might need to watch that show. She can fetch me a sandwich. Yes, she can.
That's a weird one that didn't come
So,
through
okay,
on
before
YouTube.
we move
for some
on.
reason. Alan, the she can fetch me a sandwich didn't come through on YouTube.
It didn't? Ooh. Did you
Like,
get
wait, what?
censored?
That's censored, apparently.
Hold on.
It's a weird one to censor.
Hold on. You might be on top chat, though.
Oh,
No,
you're
no,
right.
It came through. It came
You're
through.
right. I forgot
It's
to
doing the
change it.
thing. Oh, it was on stars, so there's probably nudity
Yeah.
in it.
It did come through on live chat.
Okay.
That's weird. I hate that YouTube did that. Which, by the way, restarting my computer made it at least not do the stupid thing it was doing for me at the beginning, where
The story is-
in the thing it has the live chat pulled up over the video feed in a really dumb pop out box.
I think it's safe to say that we have this stream tonight has definitely ferreted out the problem children, because we are 2 hours into the stream and you two will not shut up. And that wasn't even a lot of news articles. Okay. Normally the tabs are so small, you can't read the tab. Okay, that was like 10 news articles, and we've been going for 2 freaking hours. Okay?
Yeah.
So check yourselves, check your privilege, okay? And let's talk about Fallout, please.
Fallout. Yes.
Oh, there's so much to say about Fallout. That's the other thing.
Honestly,
Okay, that's fine.
this episode was better than the last one, which I was not a fan of. This episode was okay. I enjoyed most of it. This was the first time for me that the Vaulties subplot has been even remotely interesting at all. Like, I have not cared about that subplot this whole time. This time it's like, oh, this is okay. The girl's cute, I guess. Except that I hated that it resorted to the we're talking too loudly and there's a person eavesdropping. It was like, oh my gosh. But I liked everything. Everything else was like, oh, this plot is finally a little teeny bit interesting. And then the rest of the plot was actually kind of good. Okay, so so New Vegas isn't completely destroyed, just half of it, I guess. I don't know anything about that. I don't know if that fixes the problem that people were mad about. So there's like 2 halves. There's a free side and a not free side. I don't know. But apparently only half of New Vegas is destroyed. Yeah, and they didn't explain it. They didn't explain it.
I hated that because
they kind of explained
the
it
last
in this
episode.
So the only thing, the only reason you would
hear
know
an
is if you'd played the games. And I've been online, so I've been reading people. Oh, there's 2 halves of the city, I guess.
I don't know. That's dumb. But like, also, they slid under the gate, and then that somehow saved them.
That stopped this giant raging monster that had it. They already showed him busting through the like he just carves down the roof just by not as a force of action, by standing up. He breaks through the roof of the ceiling, and he couldn't go through a little teeny bit of sheet metal. Stupid. Yes.
No, I think they could have made it work to be a thing that delayed him for a little bit as they got away a bit further, and then they can show him getting away. But yeah,
we talked about Kathleen Kennedy for an hour. So
yep.
Funk Pop has a doll with Macaulay Culkin as Caesar from Fallout. Yeah, that's fine. I liked that. I wish that he did
I wish there was more of it. Yeah.
anything with him.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that he did something in the show because I liked it. He was good. He was a good actor. He is a good actor. And I was like, oh, this is fun. It's a Macaulay Culkin cameo that goes nowhere. Okay, cool. Bye.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine. I enjoyed the episode for the most part, but
my biggest complaint. My biggest complaint was that the death clause went nowhere. It was just a cliffhanger to bring into the next episode. And
there were some shots where he looked kind of janky.
Yeah, most of them looked pretty good.
For the most part, it looked all right.
Most of them looked good.
It.
Yeah.
But also,
I don't think any of them looked amazing, but most of them looked pretty good. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
Spoiler alert for the episode, though. This is when they kind of separate, I guess, where the ghoul and Lucy separate. They kind of
probably.
She
That was dumb.
he's gonna take her back to the vault. And no, I get what they were trying to go for. My complaint is that they were saying, "Oh, we were just beginning to become friends," and I didn't feel like.
Well,
that was
it
the
had
case at
showed
all.
him kind of like not being as mean to her.
They oversold that with that statement. But I can see where that's coming from,
yeah.
but
No, like, but they've
and I get that's what they were trying to go through.
Will they, won't they relationship, but they've always had like, hey, they're kind of becoming friends relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they were trying to go through, and I think that's fantastic.
has improved.
But from what we have received this season, that is not what I would.
It was fine because it was Lucy that said the line.
Also a good point. Yeah. Because she's
and then he's like, and then he repeats it like, "Yeah, I was starting to like you." Mm-hmm. Here's the problem: I liked all of the episode except for the very ending where they fall out.
Where they have a fallout. Yeah,
sorry,
he falls out of the window.
Where the characters fall out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was good. That was hilarious.
Thank you.
That was good.
I'll be here. I'll be here all week. It took me not even before the scene ended. It was not hard to come up with a better plan. And it was there was a very, very glaringly obvious choice. It would have been so much better. Mm-hmm. And it would have been more on brand, I think, with the ghoul's character. And also, I can't believe that the ghoul doesn't even ask any questions. Like, doesn't say, "How am I supposed to what's the guarantee that my family will be safe?" Right? Show me a picture.
Yeah.
Give me proof that you have them, and also give me a guarantee that this will you'll actually let them go.
I would give that maybe he's already had that conversation with the dude.
No,
but they didn't show it. If they did,
he didn't know that this dude existed.
No, he did because
until the end of the last season.
When she walks into the room.
Okay, you're right. They had I understand.
They've already had a conversation.
They'd already had a conversation. Okay, sure.
But
yes.
That's also one of my complaints.
I misunderstood.
There wasn't a setup for that scene.
It's so dumb though.
It did come out of nowhere. Yeah,
it's so incredibly.
And what was the obvious solution? Was it because I don't know?
Look, they said you're not going to get in without his permission, and then the next line is the guy says, "Okay, I will tell him your answer." Okay, follow him to the vault.
Yeah, that's a good point because that's kind of what
follow
Lucy
him back. Pretend to incapacitate Lucy. And then follow him back to the vault. And even if that doesn't work, I can't believe that the ghoul wouldn't try. Like that's all he cares about is his family, and he's willing to say, "Oh yeah, sure, I trust you."
Yeah. I'll also give you my thought was that maybe that was where he was going, but of course Lucy decided to punch him out the window first.
Maybe.
But then when
he did drug her,
when he was saying, take a nap now. You'll wake up. When you wake up, you'll be home. That because he was only saying that to her.
It was very clear they were showing he has made a choice to betray her, and
while I do agree that him not
the guy had already left the room.
What I'm saying is that while I think that it's in his character to not trust the guy, I think what is in his character is that he doesn't care about Lucy. He is only using her as a bargaining chip.
No,
so he would be willing to do that.
It is. My issue with the scene is not that it's out of character for him to betray her. Right. No, that's totally in character. It's just that's not the smartest move. It was a dumb move. Yeah. It was really stupid, also, and his character isn't supposed to be stupid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That move that he doesn't get him closer to his family.
That's why it's stupid, Charles. That's what I said.
The other point that I was going to make with that though is that I could see that now that he's so close, you can kind of see in the way that he's acting that he's kind of just like shell shocked. He's almost like, which isn't great. It's not a great explanation, but I do think that they maybe are pointing to that idea that he's a little,
Yeah.
he's not operating at full capacity because he is so off put by the fact that he's almost there. He actually thinks he might have a way through it.
Things that did
It's
work.
not a great answer, but it works for me.
Maybe.
Things that did work. I'm so glad that we are moving as fast away as possible from the drug subplot, and that we're done with that. Also, you don't need to show people throwing up that long.
I liked her a little bit in the shop where she was.
I liked the thing in the shop where she. Who are you? I don't know. That was really good. That was really good. And that whole situation, right? It was funny. It was good. It was a good balance of funny and a little tension, and that was a good scene. What happens before that? There was a bunch of flashbacks. Too much flashback. And this, I will say though, this was the first time that the flashback added something.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
All of the other flashbacks this season are pointless. And even this episode, it was way too long. It was half the episode was flashback.
Yeah.
And excuse me, I just burped into the microphone. But the conversation with the house actually was pretty good, except that it conflicted with the House's introduction. Part of House's monologue was like, "Of course, I wasn't there in person. I'm not an idiot. Except that when you introduced this character to the audience, it was him doing something idiotic in person."
Oh yeah, that's a good
and you're
point.
like,
he had to meet them. He had to meet him right away.
And that's the problem with having 100 writers and having them each write an episode. Like, you can tell they didn't read each other's scripts. You're like, oh no, you're a freaking moron. You don't know what your own show has done. It's not just like, oh, this is something that his character did. No, this was his introduction to the audience. Was you showing him this thing, and then he has the audacity to say, "I'd never do something that stupid."
Except that we already.
I wish that first scene didn't exist, because I actually really liked House in this episode. I thought, like, wow, this is a good character. Loved it. I loved House in this episode, but I hated it because it directly contradicted Stupid House. Okay? And the flashback was way too long. And the flashback reminded me, I didn't bring up last time, holy crap, was the flashback in the previous episode horrible. Showing the Death Claw, completely pointless, because you were going to see him anyway, and it ruined the surprise.
Yeah, it would have been good to have that scene without actually seeing the Death Claw.
It added nothing.
It would have been great.
It added nothing, and it ruined the twist.
Yeah,
it had negative impact on the show.
If they were going to have the scene, it would be great to not show the Death Claw so that you could see it later.
Dumb. Yeah. Really dumb. But the rest of this episode was pretty darn good. What? There was we're missing a plot line. It was no. We didn't get Brotherhood.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get any Brotherhood. I guess we didn't go as much into
That's why I feel like there's something missing, because half of this episode was flashback.
Yeah. Well, and we didn't talk much about the Vaulty plot line, because again, we don't really care about it. There was a little bit more there than I forgot about another part of it that they run into the person.
I liked the conversation, the whole like I'm just like everyone I know is dead. Like, that was cool. That was good.
Yeah,
yeah. Her character was a good character.
And then I liked the whole like, hey, like I'm just kind of an intern, right? Like, I didn't think this was going to be a big thing. I didn't even think I was going to.
I just started working here a week ago, you know.
But then the stupid whole, oops, there was someone like in your peripheral vision, right? Like,
yeah. You should have been able to see that, yeah.
He was watching the whole time. It's like so stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb. But I cannot fathom what Vault-Tech's ultimate plan actually is. I just...
So because I've listened to some of the
really
breakdowns and Easter eggs and stuff like that, it sounds like what's going on is they're supposed to be trying to do some sort of something evolution virus, or the FEV stands for something evolution virus, and it's supposed to be
forced evolutionary virus.
Yeah. And so they're trying to
like that means
people. I think that's what these guys' Vault-Tech idea is that now that they're out, they're going to force people to evolve. I don't know. I think that ties in more with the games, with something that we learn later on in some of the other games, but I don't know.
I think it's pretty clear that their plans didn't really go as planned.
Right. But again, these people don't know that, and so they're still trying to look to continue that.
Right.
And so is Hank or whatever his name is, So
Hank, who's Hank?
Lucy's dad. I think his name's Hank, Henry Hank, something like that.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know. I just can't get over the fact. I still might be wrong about what the ending of the last season was, but to me, I think that was just really retarded, and I can't get over the fact that they've been acted. I don't know what their motive is, and they're just doing dumb decisions for no sake.
And that's kind of consistent though, because like Vault-Tec, like the whole thing was like, here we've got a bunch of random experiments going on, so each of the vaults has a different purpose.
In the games, maybe yes. But in the show, it's like, oh, we want this money, but then we're going to drop the bombs and we're going to cause the apocalypse, which invalidates money. So it doesn't matter that we're rich.
Well, this episode revealed that it probably wasn't them that did it.
Maybe. I guess. So there's that. But
yeah, it's not very clear what they want. And also, so Hank had a plot line with the salesman guy, right? The traveling salesman. That was fine.
Oh, well, yeah.
But I will say that what definitely doesn't work is like it doesn't. Maybe he is, but it's happening off screen. He's not doing anything different with his experiments. He's just doing the same thing over and over again. Now, maybe there's some kind of like reprogramming in between each one. But it should show that. It should show show him typing away, saying, "Hey, let's change this. Let's change the settings and try it again."
I thought the same thing,
because otherwise, he's just trying it until it works, which is the definition of insanity.
Insanity. Yeah. But also, I think he has said, like, try again. I think that's his mantra.
Yeah.
But like,
so that they could be going
give
for
me just one establishing shot where he reprograms it and says, "Okay, intensity."
They could be going for the definition of insanity. Though they could be going for
it's just
which is also possible. Here's the one thing that I think actually this is the one thing that I've heard as a potential reason for why this one worked and the other ones didn't, is because up until now he's been testing on people that have been in cryosleep. And this is somebody who's been out in the wastelands and stuff like that. And so perhaps
that was pretty heavily implied that he
So
might be external.
Not that he's changed, or the thing that he's finally changing is who he's experimenting on. So that might be a little different.
But even it also he hasn't been portrayed as an idiot though. So it's weird that if that's the case, that he's being so stupid, and at least not trying to figure out why it's not working, right?
Well, and so that's the thing. And again, I will say that they probably should do a better job establishing these kinds of concepts. But to me, it sounds like he's tried a bunch of different things with the mice, and he made some improvements. It did kind of seem like he was making some adjustments and stuff like that. And then he started pulling people out. He did one or two of those. And we also have a big gap that makes us think that maybe he's been trying it on a bunch of other people, but maybe
it just would have been nice to have literally just one shot that shows, okay, he's not a moron.
I completely agree that they need to do a better job of establishing him playing around with like variables better, or being more aware of doing this intentionally. But again, it looks like I think we've had him blow up one other person's head, and then he goes to this one. So you could say that if those are the only experiments as he did, again, they present it in a way that makes us think that he's probably done about 4 other experiments at least in between that. But maybe he's moving straight from that one to this one.
I showed him blow up more than one head.
I think it was maybe only 2 because they had him blow up.
It was more than one, but it might not. They might have only
several mice.
They had him blow up a handful of mice. But then, sorry, go ahead, Charles.
I don't really.
And Mr. House blew up some guy's head, but
right. Oh, okay, that's what maybe I'm thinking.
Well, that was back in the day, though. Yeah. Because that was supposed to have been. Well, no, it wasn't that far back. Or was it? No,
I think it's fine. I just in general, there's some shots. There's several things that could have been set up a little bit better. So in general.
I completely agree.
That's a result of probably a result of them trying to unpad, like get rid of fluff after adding in unnecessary backstory.
I think flashbacks. The biggest flaw is the show is just incredibly inconsistent. There's stuff like, oh, I like that, and then that's stupid. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's retarded. Oh, that was
and that's
good.
A result of having many different writers.
It feels like it's just being patched together with ChatGPT. Like it's these, and this is what they wanted more of. I'll remind you, this is what the whole writer's strike was about. They're like, we want to make it illegal for you to make a TV show without a minimum of 12 writers in the writers' room.
That's so
Yeah.
many.
That's insane. That's insane.
Where
They're
again,
so bad at their jobs.
where again, I will actually say from what I've heard, one of the things that they need to do is they actually need to rather than having just a single writer like some shows have done, and is they need to be able to have.
You can have more than one writer, but you all need to work together. Like,
yes, that's
And
theoretically that's the
right.
intent, is so that they can try to have the journeyman writers coming in to learn from the experienced writers.
yeah, like
But
you
they're
can
not
have. There's
necessarily
nothing
doing
wrong
that.
with a writer's room.
Yeah.
To bounce ideas off of each other.
And that's
But
what they
like-
were trying to argue for when they were trying to say that, is that they were trying to say, hey, we need to have
but then
writers' rooms,
you
we have
look at the
people-
episodes, you're like, oh,
coming up.
one person wrote this one person, like that's
Yeah.
not a writer's room. You're just
Well,
retarded.
that may be just the way that they're billing
It's
it.
been credited, yeah, but either way,
I don't
okay,
know enough to
okay.
say for sure,
but it makes it worse if they did work together.
also true. Yeah, that's also
That makes
a good
it
point.
way worse.
Yeah,
They can't
that's a good
remember.
point. Their own things. Yeah,
And
Maybe
and,
that.
and this isn't me like, oh, perusing through the script and looking for plot holes. This happened 4 episodes ago, right? This was a month ago in my life. Haven't rewatched it. I was playing video games when I did watch it. I was playing Expedition 33. Okay, I was grinding, leveling up. And I still remembered the inconsistency, right? It's
well, this is also why I'm not a writer, because I didn't necessarily pick up on that, and that's why I'm not a writer. So, yep.
it's frustrating. It's a frustrating show. I want to like it, and I'm just not there. It's like it's fine.
Yeah, I'm mostly positive on it
It
as
really
well.
is just
I like
fine.
it. It's fine. Yeah.
It's
Kind of like
aggressively
Fallout 4,
mediocre.
to be honest. Kind of like Fallout 4 in comparison to the other games. It's just kind of fine.
Okay,
It looks good. It's not that
next
good of a
week is going to
game.
be a doozy, which I was trying to avoid. It's going to be a really long stream.
Nope.
A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 1.
Yeah.
Pendragon, episode 1. We might as well only talk about.
was
At
gonna
this
say,
point, it would be silly for us to talk about both episodes.
Does only episode 1 release to the
Yes.
general subscriber base? Okay.
As far as I'm aware, I guess we'll find out. you know.
Yeah. Just double check.
Well, we'll hold on.
'Cause, yeah, it's coming out on like what, Wednesday or Thursday or something like that.
Yeah. Fallout episode 6, Night of the Seven Kingdoms episode 1, and Pendragon Cycle episode 1.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I'll
Fallout,
probably I
Pendragon,
hope
Seven Kingdoms.
I hope I'll be able to check out the Bone Temple on Tuesday. I might be kind of busy.
Yeah.
I watched Clue for
I'll
the
see if
first
I have
time
time.
yesterday.
You've never seen Clue?
I have now.
What?
I have now.
Whoa.
Like,
How'd you like it?
But wait,
It was
pause,
good.
pause. No. Why did it take you so long to watch Clue?
Just never got around to it. Just
It's so
lots of
good.
movies out there. It is very good.
Like-
it is very good.
So funny, right?
Yeah. I was expecting a little bit more of like an Airplane level of comedy.
Oh no,
like
it's
Airplane or Naked Gun level
Yeah.
of comedy.
No,
And
it's not.
It's still good.
It's very
Um,
clever. It doesn't.
Yeah.
There is slapstick in it, but it doesn't lean into
Right.
the like.
And not even necessarily the slapstick. I was expecting
Witty.
more of the verbal gags.
There's
And
quite a bit.
there were a good few of them in there, but again,
Yeah.
not like your Naked Gun
I would
or
call
your-
it. There's a lot of wordplay, less gags.
That's fair. That's fair.
There's a lot of really clever wordplay.
Okay, and I might have missed some of them too, but yeah, I think I got most of it. But
That's
yeah.
true. And just good acting. I love it.
I'm just saying
Clue's a
it's kind
classic.
of it's kind of the difference between like a long-winded. It's the difference between like a Norm Macdonald joke and a
Uh-huh.
one-liner.
Right, yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
Airplane
Yeah.
hits you with a bunch of gags. Joke,
Yep.
joke, joke, joke,
Yeah,
joke.
a bunch of
And
one-liners.
Clue, it tells you a ridiculous story
Yeah.
with a stupid joke at the end.
Well, and it was
I'm not
one of
saying
those
Clue
things
is
that I was also waiting for because I'd seen at the end of your intro and I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife, right?
Yeah.
And then of course, like through 90% of the movie, it's like, but isn't he gay? Wait,
Oh no, I spoiled Clue for you. Oh no, I ruined Clue for you.
I was aware that there were multiple endings. And I double checked to make sure that I was understanding what was going on in terms of like this is supposed to be the real ending.
The best. Well, because it tells you which one is.
Right. Because apparently in theaters they actually just released them with each of those different.
They randomized the endings in theaters.
Awesome.
So good.
Such a great idea.
Such chaos.
But the idea that like I was expecting that it would then end up revealing something more overtly, I guess, to say
that's why that line is so good.
Yeah,
it literally comes out of nowhere. The plot is 100% wrapped up. The story is over, and his character leans in and says, "Oh, by the way, I'm not gay, guys."
Yeah. Well, that is the line that has him saying, "I'm not gay," as opposed to like him having said, "I'm not gay," and then like I'm going to go, because that was the way I was expecting it to go. Was that it was going to have the line of, "Oh yeah, and I'm not actually gay." But that is the line that says he's not gay.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna go sleep with my wife.
That's awesome.
I can't have this group of criminals thinking that I'm a homosexual. It's even funnier though because of the gag at the beginning, where that wasn't the blackmail that they had. That wasn't the dirt that they had on him, right? Because you have the butler. You have Jim Curry. Tim Curry. You know, he's reading out everyone's sins, and he pulls out Plum. No, not Plum.
Green.
He pulls out Green's file and Green's, "I'll stop you before it's like, I'm a homosexual." And Tim Curry's like,
that's actually a good point. This is one of those ones that, like, I need to rewatch it.
It's something,
I need to rewatch it so that I can watch some of it.
Yeah, you rewatch it, and this is an undercover cop going like just coming up with facts for his backstory that are completely unnecessary, and then he needs to say at the end,
which
I'm not gay, guys.
Yeah. Which it makes me also wonder, because there's another gag that's playing on him being gay, where I think it's Miss Scarlet. Is it Miss Scarlet? One of them's trying to be like, "Oh, do you want to come with me?" And he's like, "No, thanks." You know, like he's not interested. You know, it's because he's gay. But
they all scoot away from him. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm a homosexual. He's a plant. I thought you people were called fruits.
See, there were some of those ones.
It's that. Really good. It's such a good movie.
I wanted more of that, and it doesn't need to have gotten to the level of like Airplane, where there was like do. But like I was expecting a little bit more of that, and so I was a little surprised at how relatively straight it was.
My favorite line from the movie, it's one I endlessly quote all the time. Probably my most quoted line from any, because it comes up so naturally, and because it's literally the funniest line of all time, is when he's recapping, right? And Mr. Green came to the door, and this, and I was standing in the hall. I know because I was there.
That was good.
So good.
That's great. That is good.
That's right. That's definitely one of the best lines. It's so simple.
It's not the best. It's probably the second best like comedic line of all time. The best line from any comedy though is Ghostbusters.
Oh, is it the
Ghostbusters 1? They're in the courtroom.
It has no dick.
Yes, it's like everything was going fine until Dickless over here turned off the power grid and ruined everything. Is this true? Yes, Judge. This man has no dick.
That's a great one.
It's a good one. It's perfect. It's such a good joke.
Here's the other thing. I just realized that the other reason that that it didn't feel like it was a huge spoiler that he was not gay, because I didn't realize that,
because it has no bearing on the film whatsoever.
But also like the fact that I was aware that there were multiple endings. I didn't know that there was going to be one that was actual. This
Sure.
is what really happened.
Sure.
So I thought it was going to be a.
Maybe there's an ending where he's pretending to be gay.
Maybe this
But it's
happened.
not, yeah.
And then maybe this happened. And then maybe this happened. And so I was expecting one of those iterations, and I didn't know how many iterations of the ending there would be. That one of those iterations was going to be him maybe either pretending to go home with a wife or turning out to say he wasn't gay, but not knowing that was the answer. You know.
They all did it.
Yeah. Which was also great. I liked that.
But as for who killed Mr. Black, I did. Is it the hall? In the hall with the revolver.
With the revolver.
In the entrance. Forever since I've watched it.
Yeah.
With the revolver.
Yep. It was good. I quite liked it.
Now I'm gonna go home and sleep with my home.
I was expecting more laugh out loud moments. I guess that's kind of like I was expecting more overt humor.
It's not a laughing uncontrollably. It's not like a belt like where you get that audible I physically, but it is I can't stop giggling movie. It's like that was fun. That was close.
I was pleased the entire time. I was amused the entire time.
It's good.
I think also expectations obviously played into that because I was expecting more of a funnier movie, and so because of that, I was like, "Oh, okay, I am just being amused the whole time," which is great, which was fine. But my expectations,
Finally get to see Pendragon. I'd be excited for the Hedge Knight. It's
I didn't see Mark. I didn't see.
Not excited. Bad take. I did see he did. I didn't read the interview. I did say he said something about how his relationship with the showrunner for House of the Dragon just completely disappeared after season 1, and they just ghosted him. So much so that the studio came to him and said, "Okay, look, he doesn't want to see you ever. If you have notes, give them to us. We will." Pretend that we will give him the notes and pretend that they're from us.
Yeah. So the one thing that I've heard about that, which I don't love the sound of that, but the one thing I've heard that might counteract that is that it sounds like George can be a little bit difficult to work with, maybe
a little bit.
And so maybe that's why is he's just like, I just can't deal with you anymore. Like the actual interaction is the problem.
But
maybe
still,
but we'll see.
Not something that you want.
Yeah, for either reason, you don't want it to be happening.
It could be a Henry Cavill situation. Oh, he's difficult to work with. Oh, because he has standards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So we'll see how it turns out because that's the thing is I have really liked House of the Dragon so far. So, but anyway,
finally watched Clue.
Still haven't watched.
There's no pleasing bearded. There you go.
Speak for yourself.
That's
okay.
Good, Mark.
Yeah, this is you. Very good at pleasuring her. Okay.
I didn't say pleasuring. I said pleasing her.
I'm dyslexic. You did say pleasing. Okay.
This is true.
I literally read pleasuring. That's the problem. Okay. It's not.
I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying that's what I was. I used a particular word.
If that's what floats her goat.
That's my problem. I don't have extreme dyslexia. I can read words, but I get it wrong sometimes. I get mixed up.
I think everybody's like that a little bit.
I do that with numbers more. I'll read the numbers, but then I'll say them out of order. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm reading out, I do that with numbers. Although, a decent amount, not a ton, but
I might start ebook reading though because I realized that they have dyslexia fonts now. I
have heard. I was going to say I've heard that reading is sometimes a little bit reading.
Wow. Wow. I could actually read easily. It wasn't this isn't a chore. I'm still not very fast, but it doesn't hurt. I don't have to. I didn't have to wrestle to read. It was wonderful.
I will also say I found it weird. Sometimes I end up having a hard time reading out loud because I think what it ends up being is if the writers if their style of speaking is different than my own, my brain tries to jump forward and will misread the words and I'll mess it up, especially when I'm reading out loud.
Yeah, that's hard for me as well because yeah. Okay, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Fallout, and Pendragon next week. It's going to be a long stream.
Yeah, I'll see if I can make it. Like I said, I can't guarantee because it'll be my birthday the day before. So we'll see.
Oh, Trump got a Peace Prize. Second
Oh,
hand.
yeah, that was on your thumbnail.
It's on the thumbnail. It's just because it's a funny picture. He's like just popping up there. It's just funny. It's just funny to me, and then we'll end it here. But it's hilarious. I didn't even know what had happened to that lady because I'm pretty well versed in like the political zeitgeist. Like I watch the news every day, right? And I didn't even know when she received the Peace Prize. I saw the headline. Oh, she said, "I'm accepting this, but Trump is the one who deserves it," and everyone hated that. I didn't know do you guys know the reason she was given the Peace Prize?
I don't. I wasn't really familiar with her.
It's very ironic. It's because she had the balls to stand up to Maduro.
Huh.
They literally just celebrated this woman who was kidnapped by Maduro after he cheated an election. And she had the balls to call him out and say, look, I have receipts. I have proof that he lost and my candidate won. She gets kidnapped, rescued, and given the Peace Prize for having the balls to stand up to Maduro. Then Trump says, I'm going to kidnap Maduro. And the left says, why would you do that? He's not a bad guy. We're retarded. They have
that's dumb. That's awesome though.
The left has no morals, and when they say that they do, they are lying. They are not consistent, and they are evil. Screw them. Trump got the Peace Prize. She gave it to him. She kept her word.
There's a very
she met with him and said, "This is not mine. This is yours." That's pretty freaking awesome.
That's awesome, and that makes total sense.
And you know why it's awesome? Because that means so much. That actually means something. Getting the Peace Prize means nothing. Yeah. They gave a Peace Prize to Obama for nothing. He bombed American citizens and lots of foreigners. And they gave him a Peace Prize because he's black. That was it. The Peace Prize means nothing. But this Peace Prize actually means something because it wasn't gifted by the Peace Prize committee. Yeah. It means so much more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
left sucks.
I definitely agree there, for sure.
We'll see you next week.
Whatever.
Yeah, see you next week, guys.
It's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a long stream. Okay.
Do you want to not invite us so that we don't ramble?
I already said I may
it's just you and David.
We absolutely identified the problem.
I think we can narrow it down a little bit more even.
No, I'm just as bad
Charles
as you.
Was almost as bad. You were worse. You're worse.
I mean, but we this is also not a surprise. We've kind of known this from the beginning.
Yeah.
But you got to isolate your variables, okay?
That's true. That's true.
Anyway.
We definitely found some variables that are causing some problems.
We'll try to check our privilege.
All right. See you guys next week. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
And now it is time to say goodbye.
We had a great conversation.
It's been fun. But all good things must come to an end, and the goodest ending I can think of is...
Right now, this moment, this night.
So I guess we just say goodbye.
So, goodbye.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day. But come back next week for more outrageous bloopers.
This is the end.
Well, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
Just take a minute to subscribe to the channel, and you can join us along for the ride. And if you pay me, I'll try to be more entertaining. So please consider joining Patreon and getting your name in the credits with pride.
I'd buy that for $1.